another week of comic book talk. And I know last week I didn't have much energy, but my guys, Cabs, Lay, and Cap were fucking holding it down. But this week we are back. We are revitalized. And I watched all of the MCU from the beginning to the fucking end, bro. From the beginning to the fucking end. And after Endgame, after Endgame, I'm like, hold up. When the fuck does all this shit take place? Because I got a dragon, which is in another realm. I got somebody fucking up the timeline, and then I got a huge giant head coming out the ocean. And yo, listen, man. I got it here. It starts off with Loki, then it goes to What If, then it goes to WandaVision. And then you got Falcon, Shang-Chi, and then Eternals. Hawkeye is after Eternals. And if my memory serves me correctly, Spider-Man was also after Eternals because that was right before Hawkeye. So there's two instances where there's a huge fucking head and half a hand sticking out the ocean. So I want to, ask the most knowledgeable people in the world, what's going on with this shit? Let's clarify.
So first of all, I'm terrified of you right now because my man had a whole week off soaking in the MCU, and my man was just, you're reminding me the Charlie Day from It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia meme that he's like explaining with the board in the back.
Yeah.
You're real. Like I could imagine you on some Robert Pattinson Batman with like shit all over the floor. You're just like, and then you got Cap in the back, like, yeah. So this is yo, bro. That first of all, I'm glad you got some time, brother. That's what's up. It's always good to just get a little time to disconnect, and you don't even got to go nowhere or do nothing, but just chill in the crib, chilling with the people you love. Watching some shit, playing some shit, refreshing, getting a little junk food in there. This it's incredible. I get it. But all right.
Before you get into that, speaking of junk food, we are not sponsored. But if Airheads wants to sponsor us, I eat this shit all the time.
Yo,
like it's fucking made of gold. So
the mystery is so good too, bro. Oh, damn! I actually just had some Gushers.
Okay.
I'm not the biggest fan of Gushers, but they were laying around like my son's snacks, and I was like, "There's one left. He won't miss it."
Yeah, right.
You are not. Now, this is said in joke, so don't kill me on this. But you are not a true parent if you haven't looked at your child's snack and go, "Fuck it, I'll get him more," and just eat it yourself.
I buy the shit. Fuck you.
Yeah, you got to make sure that shit ain't poison. You know what I'm saying?
When you get a job and you can buy your own things, you can label it whatever you want, and I will not touch it out of respect. But for now that I buy it, that shit is easily gone. You know what sucks, right? So like my son comes to my crib every other weekend. And so like I just have a big problem with this, man. Like when he comes, I go to the supermarket and gear up and little juices for him, little snacks for him, shit like that. And like he never eats all of it. So like during the week, when it's like fucking like 10 o'clock and I'm just looking at them goldfish and shit, you know what I'm saying? I'm just fucking, and then when he comes back, I have to do the whole thing over again. It's so dumb. I should just not touch them snacks until he comes, but like them Capri Suns is popping.
Yo.
Capri Suns is out of control, bro.
Do
One
not
squeeze
on Capri Suns.
One squeeze at Capri Sun.
Yeah.
God, bro.
You know what else you don't sleep on? Sunny Delight.
So, all right. We're going to get into that. Sunny D is struggle juice. So, like, what it does for your heart might not necessarily be as impactful as what it does to your taste buds. So, like, let me tell you, right? So, back in the day, it was, we was broke. We used to get a Sunny D. I just told this story to my colleagues yesterday. We used to get a Sunny D. We used to have an empty bottle of Sunny D. We used to put half of the Sunny D in there. We used to put a little water in it, a little sugar. And fucking, it was terrible. It was terrible. I remember one time my aunt comes over and she's like, yo, let me get something to drink. I'm like, yo, Sunny D? She goes, yeah. I give her some Sunny D. She's like, yo, why this just so sweet? Yo, it's so embarrassing. So Sunny D is it's a great taste of nostalgia, but I can't do Sunny D no more, fam. I can't. Tampico either. Fuck Tampico. Tampico's so thick that shit don't get cold. You could put 1 million ice cubes in Tampico. That shit is not getting all the way cold. It's so weird.
What about Tang?
Now, again, some struggle shit. But Tang and a little like mayonnaise sandwich. I used to bust them shit down.
Tang is what they gave the astronauts.
Yeah, Tang is what they gave the astronauts. Yeah. But like, yo, Tang is good. But again, that shit is struggle juice. You know what I've been thinking, right? I saw these dudes. It's like these Street Fighter podcasters that I watch. It's just a bunch of dudes from New York playing Street Fighter, listening to music, getting lit. It's gold TV, right? One of the dudes in there, like the leader, Dominican kid from the Heights, he did a tier list, a tier maker of like juice. And like there was so much struggle juice there. Minute Maid, there was, Sunny D. Do you know Sip? Do you know what Sips is? SSIPS?
No.
Oh my god.
That's the one that comes in a container?
The big, like the carton. They have like the kiwi strawberry and fruit
like
punch. And that's
it's like the fake juices. Yeah. Like Minute Maid. It's like a cheap Minute Maid.
It's the cheapest Minute Maid you can find. Yeah. Like that shit does things to my heart because I drank it because we was broke. But truth of the matter is that juice is horrible. It's not good. It's literally water and sugar. It's bad.
Yeah. Here's the funny thing. You say struggle juice.
Yo, cold? This was a banger.
Oh my god.
Oh, now I remember that. All right.
Yes.
It's that spicy juice that go down like pause, but that shit go down zingy. It's
like you're drinking gin or some shit.
Yeah, for real. Like 50 cents for 2 of them shits.
You got little kids talking about taking shots of Sips.
So, like I was saying, you say it's struggle juice. To me, whenever we were able to get Tang, I was like, we got Tang. Like I made it.
For sure.
Like that's not struggle juice for me.
But that's the but that is the epitome of struggle juice when you get some cheap shit and you hype about it. Exactly my point. Yo, Pro, what's up, brother? How you doing?
What up, Pro?
Dude, like, right now I'll go get a case of water and the little squeeze bottle of Tang, and I'm set.
Facts. I will go get a Lipton iced tea right now. I'm not saying that I don't drink it anymore. It's just if we legit rating or like thinking about like really good juices, like, you know what I'm saying? Like that shit is some, like, don't get me wrong. One of my favorite juices of all time is Tropicana Peach Orchard. This exclusive shit, but it's delicious. And it's like in the grand scheme of juices, it's probably not that great, but it's just, it reminds me of like childhood and shit. Like Kool-Aid Jammers.
Oh yeah. I remember that. Yo,
this is fantastic, but when you really think about it, like, are they?
You ever seen the Hulk Hogan Suburban Commando?
Yes.
You remember when they try to freeze him and he drinks it and he freeze every time we drink one of the squeezes to the jam. And he freeze.
Do you remember they came in the little like plastic? Okay, you see like the little quarter juices.
Yeah.
You seen the 50-cent ones, the big burst.
Dude. Yo,
them shits was spicy going down.
Yo, for anybody who doesn't know, Amy? They literally look like they were in plastic grenades. That's what the fuck it looked like plastic grenades full of just sugar water and a little bit of food coloring.
Sugar water purple.
Yo, but if you got 50 cents in your hand, you can get 2 of them. Pop the little fucking aluminum, the aluminum paper.
My man Stone Cold in them shit.
Hell yeah. Yo, and when they cold, my God.
That shit tasted like Jell-O that wasn't frozen.
Yeah.
That's exactly what it is.
These kids don't know what it's like.
Yo, son,
you had $1 fucking pH water.
You had $1 back in the day, dude. That was a quarter drink, some candy, and 2 chips.
Yep. Or in my case, two quarter drinks, candy, and 1 chip.
I used to do 1 quarter juice, 1 sweet, one candy, and one chip. I had like the 4 basic food groups right there.
See me, I'm a savage. I try to get the 150. I try to get an extra 50 cents. You'll find a quarter somewhere else. I get the 50-cent black cherry with 3 Slim Jims and a Doritos bag. That's dinner, son. Straight up dinner.
Yo, that the fucking 50-cent ginger ale?
Yeah, man. Yeah, man.
Them top pops. Amy, what's going on? Thanks for coming through. We talking timelines, but right now we just reminiscing on struggle juice.
Talking our timelines.
This is the original timeline. The original timeline for the world. And then we get to
this is our sacred
endgame.
timeline.
Tell me a juice that you just don't fuck with, you don't like. It's hard. I'm a juice dude, bro. It's hard to put juice in my face that I don't like.
You know, for some reason, I can't get behind brisk. The brisk iced tea?
It got that spicy come down, bro. I'm telling no pause, but I like brisk, but I do like in Taco Bell, they got the mango fiesta brisk shit.
Okay.
Oh, dude, that shit is good. But like, you know what's one juice I couldn't really get around, son? Welch's grape.
Yeah.
And hold on.
Kick him off.
It was thick.
It was pause. It was thick. But hold on though. The reason I don't like it is because that shit on some Dave Chappelle shit. That shit was too juicy. It felt that felt like the high life. Welch's was more expensive than most of the shit we just mentioned here. What I do like is high C grape. Oh man.
Yeah.
But if I say the best juice, like I got a personal pick, but this is like what I could throw out to the masses, bruh. High C Lava Burst from McDonald's, which is like the High C orange.
Ooh, yeah.
Straight out the tap.
Yeah.
You remember the fucking High C Ectoplasm?
Hell yeah.
Yo, the citrus fucking whatever that was.
It was a yellow, orange, or green. It was like a weird. It was like a weird color.
It's like a highlighter.
You drinking ooze? Yeah. Oh my god.
Yo, back for anybody who doesn't know, back in the day, when you couldn't actually have the flavors of lemon, lime, orange, whatever, it was citrus.
Yeah. The Lipton iced tea citrus. Point.
Citrus Rush. When you can't get real flavors, it's citrus.
the Lipton iced tea citrus that it was like orange, lemon, and those are fire. By the way, Amy, I completely freaking feel you. I deleted Uber because Uber's kind of whack, and I got a DoorDash. But yo, let me just put it like this: my life has become me judging on whether or not I can make purchases by Uber Eats. Let me explain what I mean. I tell myself, okay, that's $90. That's like 3 Uber Eats. I don't do 3 Uber Eats for the week. I can get that comfortably. That's how bad it's gotten. I've been a lot better because I was looking at my bank statements, and you know, banks nowadays break everything down for you: food, drink, bills. Like they just know. And I was looking at my food bills. Man, I waste a lot of money eating out a month.
Yeah.
Like I'm talking about rent, my dude. Rent.
There was one time I called up the bank because they kept giving me a fucking overdraft charge fee. Because it was like, oh, you overdraft $5, so we charge you $15. And since you overdraft on the 15, we charge you. And I'm like, yo, why the fuck you keep doing this? Yeah. And the girl goes, well, maybe you might want to reconsider what you eat for lunch because, you know, you always eat. I was like, bitch, I'm at work. The only thing around me is a Wendy's, a McDonald's, a fucking Spanish restaurant. I can't cook a fucking meal in the microwave. And guess what? I still got to fucking go to the grocery store to get the food to cook in the mic. Like, eat a dick. Stop charging me for overdraft.
So hold on though. How much damage were you doing at McDonald's?
Oh, nah, bro. Like it's like $12 a day. And if
I thought you were gonna say like 20 plus. Like,
oh no. If it's delivery, bro,
yeah,
it could be like $18, yo. There are times where like Cap will be like, yo, I'm doing a double. I'm like, fuck, I can't. All right, you know what? Let me get something mad cheap for lunch so that way I can get something for dinner.
Son, let me tell you, when shit was rough, like don't get me wrong, I just used one of these the other day. So like I'm complete Jekyll and Hyde. I've explained this on this podcast before. Like I Monday through Friday, because of my job and because I need to be high energy, I
Yeah.
can't carb up. I can't drink too much sugar because by 3 o'clock I'm ready to sleep and I need to talk to these people to get them the book. You feel me?
Yeah.
So Monday through Friday, I'm a saint. Really, like people look at me at work and be like, son, you really like dedicated. And it's like, nah, it's for other reasons. Come the weekend, though, it's Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde. Like, I just ordered some fucking this weekend. I ordered pizza for the whole weekend, but
Ooh.
they have those Burger King coupons. It's two like there's a couple of them, and I get these pages in my mailbox every day, and there's a Burger King literally across the street. It's a setup, but like they have a coupon. They have a coupon that it's two Whoppers, two large fries, and two drinks for $10.
Oh yeah.
It's not terrible. The Whopper meal itself is like the Whopper single is like $6.99.
Yo, but the Whopper single is like, yo, they're giving me bread with a slice of meat. So I remember I ate a Whopper. I was like, yo, fuck off. Yeah.
You need a double Whopper for sure, 100%.
Yeah.
At least a double. Triple is a little much.
Yeah. We used to call the triples for Wendy's the triple bypass.
Yeah, no, 100%.
And yo, me like a dick when I was working at Toyota. Almost every day, yo, let me get the triple.
And then you over here just slugging the rest. I tell you.
Well, this was when I was younger. I was around
For sure.
17, 18 years old. So I ate that triple and I was like, yo, I am starving. And my boy would be like, you are bugging, sir. Fuck you mean you're starving? Yeah. You're bugging.
That's when you can eat that and still move. I eat some shit like that now. I'm gonna need a quick 15.
Yo, serious.
Yo, let's stop moving for like 5 minutes. Son.
Yeah, man. Can't
you want to
breathe
hear something fucking like heart attack? When I was in the military, down in Pensacola doing my A school training.
Nice.
The vending machine that was down the hall from my dorm room had White Castle burgers in it.
Oh.
I would go down to the vending machine, get like 6 of them, not even heat them up. Just eat them straight like that. Bang. That would be, hey, I woke up a little early. I'm hungry. Let's go get that. Hey, dinner's almost around the corner, but I can use a snack. Let's go get that.
Yeah, that's the buffer meal. The buffer meal.
But that's the thing, man. In the military, we run so much. We're active so much.
Yeah, like you was burning that shit easy. Yeah, bro. You can eat whatever the fuck you want. You were literally burning it for like regular drills. Feel me?
Yeah.
Like, yeah. Yo was burning that shit at warm-ups, nigga.
Yo,
like,
now, as much as I love White Castle, now I'm like, all right, I could do White Castle one time on a weekend every couple of months, like maybe every 6 months or something.
Yeah.
When you want to, like release some bowels, you get the White Castle.
Oh, that never affected me. I don't get messed up like that.
I don't get messed up like that either. Not even Taco Bell. But like, there's certain things that do it. Amy, get that quarter pounder and tell them to put Big Mac sauce on it. It'll change your life. It'll change your life. I promise on everything. And if you want to get fancy, throw some fries in that shit. That's the upper echelon of McDonald's cuisine right there, bro.
Oh yeah.
I had my previous relationship, her son would get a regular burger. He'd put fries on it, and then he'd put honey mustard and barbecue on it. I said, yo, homie, I gotta try that. And that shit was delicious, B. It's like black and gold. Like you go to like New Orleans, they got like black and gold wings. It's just barbecue and honey mustard. But like on a little like burger, on a McDouble, because the McDoubles is clutch. I'm getting a McDouble before I get a double cheeseburger for sure.
Yeah. Yo,
McDoubles is cheaper and it's the same thing. I think it's like one extra slice of bread. Don't eat it.
Yeah.
I
was with a coworker. We went to McDonald's and my man said, yo, let me get the McDouble with mac sauce on it. And I looked at him, I said, hold on, wait, what?
You could do that?
And the girl was like, okay, we got the double cheeseburger with mac sauce. You want anything else? And I looked at the screen like, bitch, you understood what he said? That's a thing? Like that's a thing. Fuck you. Yo, put some mac sauce on the side. Give me one of them little cups from Nathan's that you put the fucking ketchup in.
The ketchup.
Give me some mac sauce, some extra shit, bitch. What the fuck wrong with you?
That's 47 cents, brother. Let me tell you. So I was in when I was working in Pittsburgh. I went with a group of people from my company, but from different sites. This girl from up the road here in Florida, she was in Sunrise, Florida. She went over there. We went to McDonald's, and she goes, "Yo, let me get a quarter pounder, no mustard, and put Big Mac sauce." I said, "What?" She goes, "Bro, trust me." It got to the point that, like, I remember my baby mom's was bringing my son. Let me tell you how much I was ordering this shit. My baby mom's was bringing my son home. It was my baby mom's, her man at the time, and my son in the back, and they were bringing my son to me, and they stopped at McDonald's. So she calls me, and my son calls me, and he goes, "Yo, we're at McDonald's. You know, you want something?" And mom, I hear her in the back, double quarter pounder, large, no mustard, that Big Mac sauce. I was like, "Why you even call me?" Just bring the shit. It's funny because her homie pull up to the crib, like, yeah, you know, me and baby mom's cool like that. You feel me? Like, buddy pulls up. He's not in my house, but like, he's dropping off my son, and he goes, "Yo, Mac sauce for real?" I'm like, "Fam, it'll blow your mind." I don't know if he continue to do it or not, but that shit is life changing. And look at Amy. I'm so glad South Africa doesn't have Cheesecake Factory. Cheesecake Factory has the biggest portions of life. Like, have you seen a Cheesecake Factory menu? There is half portions. Yeah, they label it as, hey, this is a half or this is a full. Because a full portion of anything in Cheesecake Factory is feeding 2 people. Now, granted, I'm a big boy. You know, that shit is going down dolo.
Yeah,
but I'm
whether
eating,
it likes it or not.
But I'm eating twice. I could imagine someone like Amy's eating 4 times off a regular entree.
Yo, the deadass. I went to Cheesecake Factory once, and they gave me a book. I said, "Yo, I don't read. I don't need this shit." And they're like, "No, that's a menu." I said, "Fuck you mean it's a menu?" I swear to God, you open it up and it's like Asian cuisine, Italian cuisine, Spanish cuisine, the drinks, the desserts.
It's a furniture catalog.
Yeah. It's like then the fucking Middle Eastern shit, and then you pick it up like, all right, I want Italian, and then they give you another book. Like, it goes to the Italian food. It's like, I want the Northeast Italian. It's like encyclopedia. It's like, all right, let me get the spaghetti and the chicken parm. All right, what do you want to drink?
Have you seen their salads?
Oh my God.
Fam, they come out like this with a salad. It's insane. Cheesecake is a little like much, but as far I got one right up the block too, son. It's insane. We got from juice to here.
You want to hear something weird? Here in my house,
evolution.
I eat whatever. Like, I'll eat the whole thing, whatever. I rarely, if ever, finish a meal at a restaurant.
I hear that. I hear that.
I don't know why.
Yeah, I hear that. It's just is it like, you know, it's like when the camera's around, you know, you get gun shy?
Dude, I have no idea.
Maybe it's the ambiance too. You're drinking a lot, waiting for shit. You're snacking a lot too, waiting for shit, maybe?
Nothing. You know, I will say this.
He got to stay ready.
No, the more nervous I am in a situation, the less I can eat.
Yeah, facts. 100%.
Oh,
but
see,
I'm talking about like normal,
I could eat, but you know.
I'm talking about normal shit. Like, if I'm starving and me and my boy just like, yo, let's go grab a bite to eat, I won't finish that.
Damn,
that's
weird.
There's no nerves whatsoever, but my baseline anxiety is just like,
See, take some home. Take some home. Yeah, take some home.
See, me, I'll be like on a date, and then I'll be nervous, but as soon as the food comes, like, all right, here goes the buffer. This is where I get to shine.
Question.
Yo,
go ahead.
Hold on, before you get there.
Go ahead.
Last time I went on a date to eat, the food came, and in my head I was like, fuck, I'm gonna look weak if I don't eat all this shit.
Oh no, fuck that, man. I'm on some yes. I eat sexy.
So that's my question.
Yeah.
So it's like, yo, this is legit the Toe and Show, right?
That's it.
Yo, for real though, real talk. What is your go-to food on a date? Like this is a first date. I mean, you're not really trying to impress anybody, I guess, but you're trying to see what's going on. So I'm doing pasta. And like I'm not a pasta dude. I don't go for pasta. But a nice little chicken, light sauce, so I'm not making a mess. Cause first of all, like I like to eat alone. Look at Amy just wilding ribs. You know damn well you ain't ordering ribs on a first date, bro. You're kidding me.
I want the whole slab. Fuck the half a slab.
See, pro gets it. I order a little, and just because I am a horrible eater. I am not a sexy eater. I don't eat with my mouth open, but I eat like I'm on a timer. You know what I'm saying? I am just motherfuckers be like, yo, chew, you're gonna choke. Fam, I've been doing this for 37 years. I got it. Leave me alone. I'm good, son. I'm good. I choked one time, and that's because the chicken was hella dry. And nobody helped me. Nobody helped me. All I did was get to the nearest sink and drink hot water. Problem done. I got the solution if we ever get there again, bro. So it's like, what do you guys do on a first date to like, or do you just don't care? You getting wings and dipping in hella ranch, white fingers and shit. Talk about you're gonna eat that, just throwing shit everywhere.
Wings, Buffalo Wild Wings. One, because it's cheap, and two, because listen, the wings are the appetizer. The real main course at Buffalo Wild Wings is their lava cake with the vanilla ice cream.
Ooh,
that's where you do the damage. Because you have to teach someone how to eat a lava cake with vanilla ice cream.
It does come with instructions for sure.
You know what I'm saying? Like there's a chick that blocked me, but still has the picture of the lava cake with the vanilla ice cream on her fucking social. You feel me? Like that's how deep the story goes. You know what I'm saying? That's how deep the story goes. You feel me? And to this day, I'm pretty sure she eat it the way I taught her how to eat it. Yeah. But yeah, man, it's the wings and things, and then we go to the main course. Boom. Right there.
So that's the app.
Yeah. So I'm there for the vanilla ice cream and lava cake.
Oh boy.
We gonna see if you a real fat kid. We gonna see if you a foodie like you say you is.
So do you prefer your date to like just kind of chill herself too and just like eat whatever you want? Like, do you share plates?
No, I mean,
Joey doesn't share food. Like, do you share plates?
That's up to them. Like, I mean, I like we get the wings, so it's usually like you get 4 different types.
I feel like that's something you do with shorty, with wifey. You share.
No. Like if he was gonna,
I gotta get to know you if I'm gonna share. Like if it's first date and we just like I don't know went to watch a movie or something, and now we're going to eat. Don't hit me with that half shit.
Oh no.
Like I order a plate, you order a plate, and we could no. This special treatment. Yeah, that's for the wifey. That's for the wife.
The wings, you get like 40 of them motherfuckers with French fries. We got no choice. But other food like that, unless you're vegan and you trying to show me the way, like because there was one chick was like, yo, you gotta try this tofu. I said, I'm good. I don't have to try nothing.
Fried tofu's pretty decent. I like it.
So I tried it, but other than that, nah. Like, yeah, you right. Like that's got to be on some. Hold on, wait. Now you got to feed me type shit. We at this level. I don't need to use my hands no more.
I'm only sharing dishes like that with somebody special, fam. Like first date, you are out of line if you ask me that. First date, you get your shit, and I'm gonna study what you get because that says a lot. Like, don't get the fish fillet on the first date. You feel me? Like, what are you doing? No fish on the first day, no scrimp. No. We got to be at a certain level if you're trying to get some fish, bro. Like, I need to smell your stank breath and still love you. You know what I mean? Like, that's not going to happen on a first date. So, I'm serious, bro. Like, and then Amy talking about ribs. If I am on a first date with a girl, which I don't think will ever happen again, by the way, but... I don't know, man. I'm married to my PS5. As sad as that sounds. Anyway, so if like if you ordering like ribs, I'm gonna be like, man, you're a wild child. You're an animal. You know what I'm saying? Like, ribs on a first date is like adventurous.
True, but if they finish the ribs, respect. If you don't, I know what you was here for. I know it. I know in the back of your mind you was here for the fucking food and to use me for my money and my body. You don't respect me.
Imagine they just take like one little riblet. It's like, oh, I'm kind of full. The rest I'm gonna go home. Bitch, you trying to fill the fridge?
Oh no,
That's coming.
honey.
That's coming.
Pass that this way. Let me show you how to do this. Pass that. This now we sharing. Now we sharing.
She over here just waiting, like, damn, is he gonna leave anything? You just like, fucking no.
I bet you wonder how I put this 24-inch steak and that full rabbit ribs down.
Oh.
Look, Cat was like, "Yo, I can't with this thing."
get the porterhouse popping. I've done some pretty impressive things. My biggest feat of all time was, and this was early 2000s.
I want to share a video with you, cheapskates. What the fuck? How we
No,
cheapskates?
I'm not a cheapskate. No. I'm just saying you got to be careful what you eat on a date. Like, if you want some expensive pasta, for sure, but
shit.
Gotta be careful what you eat.
I feel like there's a lot of questions that I now gotta answer, and I don't remember all of the.
Oh, all you gotta do is tell me what's your first date food that you order for yourself.
So, I'm me 100% of the time, no matter what. I always order whatever the fucking cheapest thing on the menu is.
I respect that.
I don't care what the other person orders. The other person order whatever they want.
Yeah, for sure.
For me, I always order whatever the cheapest shit on the menu is.
Usually a burger and fries.
Yeah, or the chicken fingers.
Chicken fingers.
What I normally do is
chicken fingers is good though because they're cheap and not messy. Congrats. Yeah. That's pimp. That's pimp as fuck.
What I try to do is when the waiter comes, I let the other person order first.
100%.
And then I make always the same joke. I look at the waiter and go, well, I'm going to make the very grown-up decision and order the chicken fingers.
Yeah. That's a good icebreaker, too. Yeah, and you know what? That's pimp as fuck, though, bro. Yeah, because it's not messy and it's cheap. Damn, that's a good idea.
Now, so for the whole sharing thing, I don't give a shit if we're 52 years into marriage.
Don't touch
I hate when people touch my shit. If you want something that I have, you go get the shit that you can order the same way I did.
No, it's no. It's better when it's yours. Ain't no girl ever gonna be like, yeah, just order one for me. No.
Dude, I dated I dated a couple times a vegetarian.
Oh God.
And when we used to go to like the fast food restaurants and shit, I'd only order the burgers and shit that she can't touch.
No fries.
I'm ordering fries because she's like, I don't want any fries, and all of a sudden we sharing fries. No.
My man's ordering straight burgers and nuggets.
See, that's when you gotta be smart. Like, yo, fuck that. If you gonna eat my meal, all right, let me get a number one, an extra large fry, whatever she wants, and then now I got 2 large fries. Let me get a fry. Here goes like 5 of them. Now I got 2 large fries.
So I'm telling you, I'm only sharing food with somebody special, bro. No, like we're doing the whole you order, I order, we share. I'm only doing that with somebody special.
Yo, as toe tags, I eat this because he doesn't.
Yeah.
I drink this because he doesn't.
Yeah.
All my food choices are based on what other people don't do. So that way I can get it and nobody touches my shit. I yelled at my
You're probably missing out on some stuff.
She was a teenager because she took a bowl of my fucking chocolate Lucky Charms and didn't finish the fucking bowl.
Yeah.
And I yelled at her on vacation.
On vacation, where were you guys?
It was in Florida, actually.
The weather here makes you act up for sure.
No, so Kev, you said how you probably won't go on a first date or another date again because you're married to your PS5. I won't go by design.
Yeah, I hear you,
I'm
man.
Purposely like, yo, fuck out of here. Everybody back the fuck up.
I hear you, man. I hear you. Like, that first dates are terrifying at my age, bro. We'll see what happens, but yeah, fucking first dates are, bro. Like, I was
2
watching.
Weeks from now, Cap's gonna be like, "Yo, I'm inviting you to my wedding."
Yeah. That shit just. I was watching this comedian, this Dominican kid from Brooklyn, and he was talking about like how nowadays, like the right way, or like the the right way to meet somebody is online. And he has like this whole bit about like, you go up to women and just talk to them directly. You're such a creep, because it's like this whole weird social media thing that's going on right now. And it's like, I don't know, man. First interactions and first like, it's weird, man. It's weird. I don't want to sound like, I'm just like hiding in a cocoon, but you got to do that sometimes, right? You got to just,
I'm
you
about
got
to
to do that
change my name
sometimes.
to Mothra. I'm full on cocoon.
Seriously, like sometimes you just got to like chill and like love yourself a bit, whether that's mentally or physically.
Yo, you know what you got? You know what you got to do?
I'll take it one bit further. Fucking at my job, some lady, I don't know why, but the minute she found out I was single, she tried for 3 years to get me to go to house parties that she would throw so she could try to hook me up with some people. And for 3 years, I was like, nah.
No, I'm good.
Every single body else that worked there went to those parties. I was like, nah, get out of here. Fuck that.
Amy, where's the video?
I think she sent it to me on Twitter.
Can we play it on stream?
Probably not, because we might get a copyright.
It's not safe for work.
Not safe for work. RKH, what's up, bro?
What's going on, RKH?
We haven't even started the Marvel talk. It's ended up being dates and food, and this is just a offshoot episode of the Tone the Show show.
You know what you got to do? You gotta message a chick on Instagram and go, yo, I want to ask you out. So, out of respect, where did you find that whatever the fuck is in the picture? Like, where'd you find those beach chairs? And then boom, you asked her out. You know what I'm saying? Just to fuck with them. Because all right, let's get to the Marvel stuff, because we could talk all day about this shit. I got lame fucking pickup lines forever. I don't know where Lay is at. I hit him up, and he literally
lame pickup lines often works than the one that you think are cool.
Yo,
this is true.
You know something? What do you call it? The first time I went to the movies with a chick, we're sitting there and it's a little awkward. So I literally did this. And put the overtly did it just to fucking be funny and break the ice.
Sometimes the corny shit stands out because, like I told y'all before, how many times dudes don't be like, oh, you're beautiful, you're a queen. Like they see through that shit. You say something stupid and witty, they're like, oh, clever. You might not get the prize, maybe, but they'll remember that shit. Oh, look, it's the funny guy.
I tell them all the time. I'm like, yo, you breathing, so that's the best first step we could have. You know what I'm saying? Like, you already passed part one. You know what I'm saying?
You have a pulse.
Yeah, and then they look at you and be like, no, I tried ones without. It's almost like they're not there with me. Like I gotta force things.
Yo.
This is really the Tone the Show, bro.
Yeah, for real.
Yo, there was one girl like that I was talking to. We went down to the MoMA, Museum of Modern Art.
Awesome, love it.
And we would just talk. Like, I wasn't even trying to do shit. We were just talking. And she made a remark about me not being able to like close the deal or some shit.
Ooh.
And we were having ice cream sandwiches. They were handing them out for some sort of exhibition. And I looked at him and went, are you going to be more enjoyable than this ice cream sandwich?
Oh.
I don't think so. So I won. And I just fucking walked off.
Ooh.
Dog.
Gotcha, bitch.
Get them all of them. Give them all the. Wow. See, I'm a pussy, bro. I can't do shit like that, bro.
No.
I'm a pussy. I cannot. Like, I'll let it be awkward for the rest of the day, and I'm just like, hey, bye. I have a real awkward story that I did when I was young. I'll go after you, and then we'll get to
the
Marvel.
one thing about me is I'm a smartass till the end. And I go this thing. It's not as serious as it sounds, but I don't bow to anybody.
Yeah.
So
I hear you.
there's a chick at the job who's like, "Oh, Vic, how come you don't treat me nicely?" Because I'm always saying some, smart ass shit to her. It's like, "How come you don't treat me nicely?" I was like,
You're a
"Because
bitch.
everybody else does. Isn't it just boring if everybody treats you the same? Like, shut up, get out of here."
You know what? I completely agree. You know, I like doing that to the really good looking girls. I remember I had a chick. This was not my last job, previous one before. She was like, "John, you're always like so meh with me." And I was like, "What do you mean?" It's like, "Well, if everybody's so nice and like you're just kind of like whatever." I'm like, "Well, first of all, I'm here to work. That's number one. And number two, I get it. You're a good looking chick. All these guys are all up on your shit. I get it. Congrats. I'm not that guy. I'm gonna fuck what you look like. I'm not just gonna be nice to you because you're pretty. Fuck out of here. You like
Word.
that. Like I rather. You are the first person that I'm gonna be like, fuck that. Just because you think that way. Feel me? Like if you
You rather
walking up
death
with
by
a
shoo.
yeah, bruh, I'd rather just a real person. You feel me?
Yeah.
Like who comes up to you like, hey, I'm pretty. Why are you treating me nice? Like, all right, bitch. That happened one time in my life, and I was like, and I don't even think she was making a pass. Like, she was just like dumbfounded that I was just real whatever
Like,
with her.
oh,
Like,
GP, she had to set you straight.
yeah, nah, bro, get out of here. Fuck out.
Yeah, my favorite thing to do is anytime one of the girls at the job is like, "Oh, we got all these men here and nobody helps."
Yeah, okay.
I legit look at them and go, 2022, strong, independent. None of that rings a bell to you?
I'm not gonna lie. I do that. That I do. Like I help. I see some ladies
No.
at the job carrying some heavy shit. I'll be like,
The Navy ruined me on that. I worked with 2 women, didn't do a fucking thing, and I had to do everything. Nah. If you want equal, we equal. If I gotta lift it, you lift it.
I get it. I get that. But like, I don't know. There's just something about me, especially the look at the older ladies too. Like, yo, let me carry
No.
that for you.
There's a difference between what I'm talking about and chivalry. Like
For sure.
if one of the older ladies is struggling, of course I'm gonna help. One of the family members, I'll help. But if you my age and younger, nah, you on your own.
You know what's funny? You know what's funny? I'm not like this anymore. I was a dumb kid at one point, right? So like I remember like back on like on the trains, like if you're an older lady, if you're an older man, and if you're pregnant, I'll stand up for you, give you my chair 100%. But like if I see you in full gym attire, I'm not standing up for you. This your post workout. Fuck out my face, bitch. You know what I mean? I'm not standing up for you. Like you good. You're clearly active.
You know what's crazy? I don't do that shit no more.
I stopped.
I don't stand up for nobody.
Damn.
I take the train, right? And then I get on the first stop for the 12 bus.
Mhm.
And I'm sitting there and I'll be there for an hour sometimes waiting for this fucking bus. And then right before the bus comes, you got these old people. And they want to literally stand in front of everybody to get on the bus first. And they'll push their way. They're rude as shit because they want to get on the bus first. So my thing is, if you got enough energy for that, you got enough energy to stand where the fuck you lie. Because they all seem to look at me. Like I'm sitting there and they look at me like, why ain't you moving? It's like, you know why? That's why, because I'm fucking out. Fuck you. Fuck you. Nah, because I paid the same amount of money as y'all and you rude as shit. Like
Now-
I would give my seat up to like one of those ladies that are like, you can tell when somebody's sweet or like they're talking to you or something like that.
For sure,
you know,
for
just
sure.
like, yo, you cool? You know what? Go ahead, take the seat.
Vibes.
Yeah.
You catch vibes.
Here's the funny thing.
Not off rip. Nah.
Now,
I
me and Toe
this is
were
what's
raised
happening.
100% with manners and respect for everybody.
For sure.
You put us in a situation where we have to act correct. We're acting more correct than anybody in that fucking building.
Yeah.
But what we won't do is, like he said, we won't just come in and be like, "Oh, this is yours. I'm here to provide." Nah,
Yeah.
You gotta gain it.
Yeah.
You gotta gain it.
Yep. Yo, I seen this one dude. He got on the bus and just threw his bag, and it like he threw it on the seat next to him, and it didn't hit the woman, but it touched her,
Yeah.
and she got up and left. And I'm looking at this dude, and he looks at me, and in my head, I'm like, "You found the right one. Please say something."
Yeah.
And this is on the way home today. I'm like, "Please say something." And my man got off the next stop, and I was like, "Bro, like to me, you touching me with that bag, it would have set me off." and I'm zen right now. Like I'm like, I spent all week on like level 0 to recharge. I was Superman.
Sure.
I was Superman after I fought fucking Doomsday. So I was in the chambers getting the X-ray suns and all that shit. Now I'm charged.
The hyperbaric chamber.
Yeah, this is the most peaceful you ever gonna see, man. I'm gonna fuck you up. Nah, it's a problem.
That's a peaceful fuck up is dangerous.
Yeah, man.
That's when you calculate. That's when you really trying to hurt somebody.
Yeah, it's like, you piece of shit. You act like this is your planet. I'll take you out this month. Like, you want to be a part of the planet, we put you 6 feet under. Like, there's no problem for that. Like, there's plenty of room.
Some people definitely take advantage.
Yeah, man.
I don't like it.
Yeah.
So
like,
we've been going on for 45 minutes. We've talked no Marvel. This is so fun.
What happened to Lay?
I don't, Lay being late with nothing, that's weird.
I asked him if he was good
I'm a
on
little concerned,
Instagram, and he just replied back saying "my." So I don't know if he's kidnapped, and like they kidnapped him in the middle of him typing, and he only got "my" out, and "my" stands for something like Marvel Youth Pastor or something. Like he need, like, yo, we need to go now.
Yeah.
Like I don't know.
Let me do this here.
I'm gonna we have to text him or some shit. But
let me do this here. For the people who kidnap Lay, I have a very particular set of skills. None of them apply to this situation. Lay, good luck. I wish you well.
Yeah. Let Amy jump on while we wait for Lay. She has a story to tell. Boom, boom, boom. Boom, boom.
All right. Then we'll then we gotta talk.
We gotta talk about Marvel though, for real.
Yeah.
Quick, Amy, quick.
All right, I sent it to your Twitter. But yeah, I hit up Lay on the phone. So let's see what happens.
Like a text.
Yeah. Like a human being now.
Nah, man. I hope everything's fine. But we could kill a little time and wait for Lay. But if not, we'll just get straight into it. Cause I see you chomping on the bit. You had a lot of Marvel time, and I'm so jealous. I've done the cinematic order only up to Homecoming.
Endgame? Oh, Homecoming. Okay.
I've done that 3 times before the pandemic. When I was in between jobs in 2018, and I did it once to Infinity War. Before that, there she is. Story time.
It's awkward now because it was in the moment, but
we still in the moment. We talk about dates and bullshit. Yeah.
Okay, so you remember when I said like more awkward the better?
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Uh-oh. So okay, just I want to. Oh, so bad.
You can still change your mind.
It was awkward. It was awkward for the guy, and he got so pissed off with me.
So this is like a date.
Yeah. I went on a date with this guy. We went to this Indian restaurant, and it was really nice and stuff. And I have a very sarcastic, dark humor.
Oh, here we go.
And I love like freaking people out, and the shock factor for me is just I live for the shock factor. Anyway, so I was talking to the waiter in Hindi, and it was just a really nice vibe. And the bill came, and I paid for the bill. And I wrote at the back of the bill, "Please help me."
Oh my God!
Please help me. This guy has kidnapped me.
Get off the fucking stream. Get off the fucking stream. Get the fuck out of here. That is crazy.
Yeah, that's not funny.
Yes, that is. That is hilarious.
When the police come and now all of a sudden, shit.
What happened?
How bad was this date?
No, it was a fun date, but that's just my sense of humor, though.
Okay, no. Now you gotta tell me what happened after. What happened after? Like, did somebody come and try to help you?
So the waiter went, and he called me. He's like, "Is this really true?" And I'm like, "No, it's a joke, but just go with it." So he came back to the table. He was like, "Okay, I'm gonna call the police," and this guy is shitting in his pants.
You see, you know what? You can't do that in America, because if somebody said that to me, I would have straight faced been like, you have two options. You either realize that this is fake and I'm leaving you here, so so people know I'm not kidnapping you, or two, I fuck you and everyone else up in this fucking place.
Yeah.
And now we reached the point.
Yo, Amy, that's fuck. Did that guy ever speak to you again? Yeah. You fuck. Damn, bro.
He was
That's
so
Yeah.
angry. I mean, he walked me to my car, and okay, let me tell the story again because he doesn't know. She doesn't know the story. Okay, so, or maybe just rewind the stream.
If Tony
Yeah.
Show was a comic.
Yeah.
No, yo, she went on a date with a pleasant dude and then told the waiter she was kidnapped.
Yeah.
That's what happened, LaFlocka.
So Flocka, she goes to a nice restaurant, first date with a guy, everything is going great, nice Indian restaurant. The bill comes, she pays for the bill, and behind the bill she writes, "Please help me." And, yo, you don't. Wow, that's not dark humor. There's dark humor than this being fucked up. That's fucked up.
You know how you respond
Yeah.
to that? This is how you respond to that. When the waiter comes up and says, "Oh, I'm gonna call the police," whether he's playing along or not, you look at the waiter or you look at your date and go, "I thought it was my turn to write the note."
Okay, that's funny. That's good. You see, not everybody thinks like that though. That's funny.
See,
Actually,
that I was looking for that like wittiness, but he
No,
shuts
no.
in his pants.
Oh, all right, so listen. Cap has the luxury of being fair skinned with blue eyes and not being mistaken for me and Cabs. Me and Cabs have the threat of a cop killing us.
yeah.
So that anytime you involve a cop, that's a threat on our life.
Yeah, basically.
So it doesn't become funny to us.
And we're lighter than most, but
Yeah.
we pushing.
Now,
we pushing.
if you would have wrote on the check, give me all the money in the register or some shit like that.
we
then-
both going down now.
Yeah, then it would have been funny as fuck.
How
Yo,
is that less threatening for you?
that
because-
that just happened.
Yeah, because that's a joke, and I would rather joke about robbing the place than joke about actually stealing a person.
Yeah, for facts. I 100% agree.
Ugh,
First of
it's
all,
just
let's not do
funny.
any of these jokes.
Yeah, right? How about the joke is here's your tip, $5.
How about a pie to the face? I would
That's
take
not
a
funny.
pie to the face over yo. Like, son, can you imagine police coming over like, I don't even know this bitch. Like,
yeah, or-
you know what I'm saying?
You
And
know-
then you're like, wait. That sounds even worse. Hold on. I'd be like, look, she texts me to come pick her up. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah,
that's
or,
crazy.
or you pull the waiter over to the side and like, give me the real bill, I'm gonna pay it now, and then give him a fake bill of $600. And all you got was a
That's
slice of pizza.
Now you see, that is funny. That's funny. Be like, yo, listen, give me the real bill. Put like $1,000 on there. And he's gonna call up like, yo, what the fuck? I didn't order this. That's funny because no one is getting abducted.
Yeah, no crime is being committed.
You feel me?
So anyway, this guy walked me to my car, and he was like, that was not funny. Like I could have got arrested. Like, but it was
Well,
hilarious.
All right, so listen, this is just me being me. If we got to the point where I walked you to the car, I think it's safe for me to go, you want to fuck? I think
I'm
at this
going
point
for
it's
it. I'm
safe.
going for it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I think
yeah,
at this
I'm
point
going
it's
for it.
safe. We already be connected in such a way. Do you want to fuck? Like that's what's happening next.
Something. And imagine you get a no after that. I'm like, bitch, you just almost got me on kidnapping.
Yo,
And nothing.
his-
I'm at least getting a third, bruh. I'm getting
Right?
a third, bruh.
Look at it, a people touch something.
That's crazy. I
No,
would
think of it
honestly.
this way.
No.
Nah,
But comedy
nah.
aside,
Yeah.
y'all came in different cars.
Mm-hmm.
No, I'd have pieced out. You're not getting a walk to the car. You're not getting a walk to the car.
Well, we
You're not
talked
getting a-
together, like close.
No,
so
yeah,
we
that's
had to.
and I'm legit walking right next to you, just looking at you, just opening my fucking car, and like I'm
He was
skirting
sweating.
out of
He
there.
was sweating. It was
Oh.
so funny, but that's what I live for. I love making people feel awkward and, pushing
Yo.
the boundaries.
Bro, she's
Yo,
all
you got to
yours.
think of it this way, man. If you survive that, then now the next time you go out, just in the street, she's trying to rob me. She's
Yeah,
trying to fucking.
No,
Now-
I'm not communicating with you anymore.
Yo, you
Yeah,
know what's
I'm-
crazy? I was on the
I'm
train. I was riding the train with this chick, and she gets off and she yells right before the door's about to close, like, she doesn't want you, stop with her. And I just yell back, but my dick is good. And everybody
Well-
looked at me like that on the train. I said, well, what do you expect?
You won. You won that
Yeah,
one.
and I
You won that one.
I'm like,
I'd have been like, fuck yeah. I would have been like, hell
You know
yeah,
what I'm saying?
dude. You won that one.
yeah,
You won
see
that one.
that's a joke. That's humor.
See,
When
that's
she's
the thing,
telling
bro,
everybody,
like, I'm very aware of that kind of stuff. You know, like, I'm gonna tell you right now, dude just creeps. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, women, like we spoke about it, women go through fear that men don't. Like, I can walk in a dark parking lot at 3 in the fucking morning and I'll be all right. Women can't do that at 6 p.m. Feel
Yeah.
me? So like I get to the
Broad
point
daylight.
sometimes like if I'm walking, like I live in like almost like a little city area, so I walk a lot, right? And if I am what it is, bro, it is.
This is-
we just
yeah.
waiting for Leia.
No,
So-
Lay's not gonna make it tonight.
Okay, cool. So
Yeah,
after
but
this, we're done.
This
5
is
minutes.
This
yeah,
is accurate MCU timeline, just in case if anybody didn't watch.
I guess you can say that, but
Yeah.
like it gets to the point that if it's late and I'm walking and I see a girl walking in front of me, like I'm slowing down. You know what I'm saying? Like I want her to feel as safe as possible. I don't want her to like I'll cross the street, bro. I'll cross the street. I'm not
Yeah.
even I've done this before.
You know-
just so like I don't like I've seen a girl look back at me one time and I was like, whoa. Nah. I literally crossed the street, went
Yo.
another route. Like I'm telling you,
I
I get
know-
real crazy. I know I shouldn't do that. And
Nope.
look at Cap, who hates the world. I do that, bro.
Yo,
I make
yo,
sure they feel
listen,
safe. I don't
yo.
want anybody thinking that I'm trying to pull some shit, bro.
But before you go, Toe, before you go,
Yeah.
I'm giving you a weird look because I know myself and her safety, if I'm the only one around, is 100% guaranteed. I'm not even thinking about, oh, she might be afraid of me.
I'm thinking.
I know I'm not doing anything, so why am I going to
Yo,
react to her?
I'm a big dude, all in black. Yeah, that's.
Today on the way
and
home.
I'm a fat fucking white dude who looks like a internet fucking troll. So,
No,
Well, you don't have a
man.
keyboard, so you be all right. No, yo, on the way home today, I'm walking and I'm looking like this chick is a block ahead of me. And for some reason I catch up to her. Then I notice she has like a ankle brace, so that's why she's walking slow. So I'm trying to walk past her. Like I'm
Or at
trying
least
to
pass,
like
yes,
yeah,
or at
so
least pass.
I'm walking top speed, I'm walking past her. And she dead ass turns around and stops and looks at me. And I'm just trying to walk past. And I just keep moving.
bro. Hell yeah.
I keep moving because there are times that you're walking by somebody, behind someone, especially on like a inner block, an inner street, like on a main
Seriously.
street where there's other people, they don't care. But when
Yeah.
it's like an inner side and it's just us two, I can feel them getting nervous. I get nervous because it's like, yo, I'm just trying to walk. I'm not following you. We just so happen to be going the same way.
We both hit a right. We just both hit a right here.
Yeah,
Like I'm
yeah.
not.
Weird
Yeah, I
reaction.
do that.
No, yo, listen, with all the crazy shit that's happening now in the fucking world,
Oh yeah.
listen, I'm trying to make it home. I honestly don't care where you're going. I'm going this way, and we're gonna go this way until you leave.
Yeah.
But
Oh, yeah.
that's where I'm at.
I'll be on that. I know it might be a little too much, but like I just want you to know that I'm not here to do anything wild because I know what chicks go through. It's weird.
Can I say something?
Excuse me. You got 2 minutes.
Okay, when I was living in India, I had a South African friend with me, and then a friend from, I can't remember where, she was a black girl. And anyway, so we were walking in the streets in India, and it was late at night. I think it was like 9, and it's very dark in winter there. So we were walking in the streets thinking it was safe, and then we saw 2 Indian guys following us. And we were walking, and every single turn that we were doing, these guys would follow us, and we picked up on it. So every time we like went past a corner or something, we would run and then slow down as they got to the corner.
Like
so
around.
yeah. So we did this a few times, and then we actually went looking for a house with like a security guard, and we found one. And then we actually spoke to the guard. We didn't speak Hindi or anything like that. We just like communicated somehow. We were like, 2 guys are following us, like, please just help us. And he actually hid us in his like security hut thingy. And these 2 guys looked at us in the hut, and they were just like eyeing us. I never felt so scared.
Yeah, bro. I'm telling you.
No, I get that happens.
I don't want you to feel that at all. Like if I'm behind you, I need you to understand immediately that I'm not there for that. Whether I gotta cross the street, whether I gotta slow down,
walk in
whether
the
I gotta
street,
turn back. I'll be doing this shit. I'll be like oh shit. And I'm telling you, I don't care. I don't care how much that shit inconveniences me. I need you to know that. I don't even want you for 1 second to think that I'm up to something.
I might be the fucked up one then, because again, if it's only me around, I'm not in a million, because I know myself.
Of course.
The worst thing she's gonna do is turn around and jump, and then I'm gonna jump and like, oh, what happened? Who's here?
Yeah.
So that's just a weird reaction for me.
But the thing is also when you walk behind someone enough and you keep getting the same reaction, it's like instilled in your brain. It's like, hold on, wait.
Like if I see you about to make a right and I need to make a right and be like, shit, I fucking wait in the corner. You know what I'm saying? Like, give you some time. I need you to understand that I'm not here for that. And that's another thing. So like my block right here on the side where it happened, literally my building right up on the side, there's like it's like columns and shit over. So it's like, it's pretty dark. And there's an entrance to the parking lot. The parking lot is all under the streets here in this little area. So you literally come out the parking into the street, into that dark area. And I always walk that way. The liquor store's there. All of the restaurants are there. Smoke shop is there. Everything is that way. So I'm here with my hoodie down, just because I always put my hoodie down. I'm all black. I looked menacing. And I need you to understand, if I could walk with a sign that says, bro, I ain't here for that, I was like, bro,
let me ask you a legit question. Don't you think it makes the situation a little more weird? If
it does not. It absolutely does not. It absolutely. I'm
really?
not fucking Charlie Chaplin the shit, bro. I'm smooth with it. I am trained in stealth.
If I think somebody's following me, I turn around and they do something weird, I'm gonna be like, all right, now I gotta keep an eye on this.
No, but obviously I'm being dumb, bro. I'm not really like making I'm not making it stupid.
I get what
I'm
you're
being
saying.
stupid for comedic purposes here.
Right.
But like,
he's walking around with a cake and they turn around like, hello.
You know what I mean? Like I'm just saying I need
not
to
making it that obvious.
No, of course not. I need to get scared. So like I'm crossing the street the other way. I'll walk around another way. I just gotta make sure that you don't. It's only a problem if you speed up towards them. You know what's funny? Sometimes you kind of gotta cross them. You need to get in front of them. Like you could be behind me. I'm good. My peripherals are straight. I remember there was this girl that I used to. So like, it's funny growing up in the hood and being raised by certain type of different people or whatnot, right? So like me, it could be the safest area in the world. I'm always. Yeah. I was like 18 years old. I was dating this girl from Jersey. And we was walking around everywhere. We was fucking kids, you know what I'm saying? We didn't have a car, nothing like that. We ain't happen on train. We walking everywhere. So I'll be walking. I'll be like, she said, well, yo, why do you always look around? I'm like, yo, I need to know the area. She was like, you can't even look behind you. I'm like, bitch, when I look that way, I could see everything. Like, you don't even know.
Yeah.
So maybe that's just my paranoia, but
no, I do that also. Like sometimes when somebody's behind me, I'll look at the reflection of the cars, or I'll do the little.
And the air and one AirPod comes off immediately. Immediate AirPod off.
Yeah.
If you're gonna get me, you're gonna get me, but you're not getting the drop on me. That's for damn sure. I'm gonna turn around and try something.
I have to agree. I would feel a bit suspicious if someone was like acting weird, like on their phone when I turned around.
For sure.
Like I would be like,
I'm being stupid. Yeah, I'm being dumb.
Like this guy's gonna kidnap me for real.
And that's when I book it the other way. You will not see me for the rest of the night. I don't give a fuck how much it inconveniences me.
And next thing you know, that's your next door neighbor was like, fuck. Then you pass a note like, I have to kidnap you now.
I'm gonna be like, well, now since you insist, I'll be like, bro, no. And then you see all those videos where like fucking people walking into their apartments and like people just rush them. There's mad girls that come up the elevator here, and I'm just like, go ahead. Just go ahead. Open your door, get in. I get ready. Like, bro, like.
Do you not trust women?
No, it's easy for a woman to put a,
What's the question? Do I not trust women? Nah, man. Of course, it's not the woman itself. It's just I don't want her to feel like she can't trust me.
Yeah,
Yo,
but
so
see,
so one of the
this
things
might-
about self defense, right? If you go to any self defense class, it will go, "Can I touch you from here?" No, so I can't hit you. You're safe. So now, like when in this situation, if I stay the fuck away from you, there's no misconception of me ever being inappropriate to you.
yes,
Yup.
that is a true
You are
statement.
Yes.
safe, and I am trying to get home.
Yeah.
That is a true statement. But here's where my concern is. If you, obviously, again, these situations do exist, right?
Yeah,
But if you are the only one there and your main goal is to communicate that she is safe because you're here, you're not going to do anything, you're in control of your actions. Like that, for me, that's a weird mental thing of you're thinking of she's
Well,
thinking I'm going to attack her, so I got to
Because
do
that's
this.
because
But you
that's
know
a
you're not
constant.
going to.
That's a yeah. You know you're not going to, but that's a constant fear that women have. Women are not able. I've heard horror stories, bro.
Yeah,
I'm
but
telling you,
again-
women don't know you're in what you're trying to do. You know you're a good dude. You know you don't want to do that, but you
again,
both end up in
to
a
me, it
weird
sounds
situation
weird.
like that.
It sounds weird that, all right, if I got in an elevator with somebody, right, and I immediately was like, hey, don't worry, I'm not going to follow you to your floor.
That's weird.
Yeah.
yeah.
But if I give
Well-
off the same body language as, if I'm not being casual, if I'm giving off the body language like I'm trying to present, you're safe, stand in a certain way so you feel more comfortable, that also sends a weird ass signal to me.
No,
Well, I mean,
you know what it is?
we're in an elevator, not a dark alley. There's lights everywhere. I'm not gonna turn to the corner and be like.
That's one
No,
example.
so
But
here's the thing,
getting
though.
off the elevator thing, right?
Yeah, slow down.
So again,
Stay back. Stay back.
We have a lovely young lady here. Maybe I'm wrong. If I'm in that situation when we're in the elevator, and you're gonna let her go first, you're gonna keep your distance as you do. Right? Me being me, if I just get off the fucking elevator with her, and I just go do what I'm doing, and acting casual like I always am, and not even giving a shit that the other person's there, is that not more beneficial?
You still don't know what she's thinking about, bro.
But so, all right, let me get to that part. The other person's reaction to you is their reaction to you. You can have God standing behind you going, "Nah, he's good," and that person's still gonna have whatever reaction they have based on their world experience.
For sure.
So you changing your actions seems weird to me. But again, I might be wrong. So
I mean, you're stuck on the fact that I did the stupid phone thing. I think that's what you're stuck on.
Dude,
like
I know that there's more subtle body language clues.
For sure.
I'm a security guard, so I have to pick up.
You
like
pick
when
up
my
on that
residents try to
shit.
escape and shit. So I know the subtlety of shit.
I don't know. I think I would feel better if a guy greeted me. Like I don't know how to say it.
Like just pass, you pass by, hey, good evening, and just keep it moving.
Yeah, like hi, or like if we're in the elevator, like hey, hi.
Well, that's the thing. Here in the
Smile,
States, here's the thing. If you're in the States, like how many times does this happen? Somebody try to ask you like the time or something. You know what time that is. You know what they're trying to do. So maybe it's just like a city thing. We're just too compact on top of each other, where we're like constantly like nervous about shit going wrong. Maybe that's what it is.
There are times I'm at my job and I'm like walking somewhere and I just wind up following some chick and we get in the elevator together and I'll be like, I swear to God, I'm not following you. We just happen to be in the same elevator.
That's the worst thing to say.
That is a little much.
Well, I have my packages and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? So it's not like I'm just walking.
Because you know what you gotta do that. You know what you gotta do. That's when you do some. That's when you have like a fancy meeting you here, or we gotta stop meeting like this. That's when you do a little like.
Sometimes I'll do. Sometimes I'll do we meet again. But I love when a girl goes, "Are you following me?" I would always say yes, but you're not supposed to know that.
Oh my God!
No, you know
We're joking now. Clearly.
No, I tell them that. Like, like one chick asked me, like, "Oh, what, you stalking me now?" I said, "I am, but you're not supposed to know." And she just starts laughing and walking. I was like, "What?" I was like, "I can't help it."
I
know where you work.
I had one situation where I just so happened to be following one of the new CNAs as I was doing my rounds when I first started. because I'm doing my rounds. I have to go in that direction.
You're a security.
And she turned around and was like, "What are you doing?" And instead of being smart, I'm like, "Oh, I'm just doing my rounds." I'm a smart ass. I was like, "Oh, I'm practicing my sneaking skills." Did you hear me in the hallway? But again, I might be fucked up because me being me, I don't think 3D chess like you guys.
Yeah, I think too much. I think too much about certain things for sure.
Yeah, and also, it's like there's plenty of awkward situations.
For sure.
Like
and they all defer, right?
Yeah.
No,
I always
situation is dive into it.
Well, I always tell them good morning, no matter what time of day it is. Good morning. And they'll say it and they're like, "Oh wait, it's in the afternoon." I'm like, "Well, you tell me." I thought it was a good morning.
Yeah.
Apparently,
I say top of the morning. I say top of the morning to everybody. It could be 6 p.m.
Yeah. Yeah. So, it's one of those things because I always wanted to be the guys like, listen, I'm not here to one, hit on you, to two, bother you. I'm in wherever the fuck I'm at until I'm not there no more. You know what I'm saying? I get it. That's where I'm at.
It's so weird. Just with the whole COVID bullshit. I actually feel safer with people like getting in the lift with me, like an elevator, without a mask. So then I can see the guy's face.
Of course.
Just in case. But yeah.
So the MCU.
Yeah. All right. So now we gotta get to.
I'm gonna jump off because I have to work.
Good luck at work. Have a good day.
Bye.
Peace.
Bye. Thanks for coming on.
Bye.
So the comic book podcast went international.
Yeah.
Yo, you know what's funny, Pro? I can cut this part out and then make a whole nother podcast section of just, awkwardness.
Like a gag reel?
Yeah, like an awkward conversation reel. Or Pro, you can use some of these videos for the intro. Like everybody wants to slow it down. When I go, "You want to fuck?" Boom, perfect. Hit the music.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like,
not a good intro to a show with a bunch of
you want to fuck? Comic book podcast. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I put the Discord link in the chat. Wakafu. I don't know. All right. So anyway, now.
Yuck fool.
Yes. We gotta talk about the timeline.
I just want to keep talking about bullshit now.
No, I feel you. That's what makes the tone of the show so great.
Seriously, that's so many people come watch y'all talk shit. It's incredible.
Yeah, yes, I will send that to you right after this. Thanks, fool. Appreciate you joining the Discord.
YK fool.
Wakafu, yeah, yuck.
I like it. It looks like YK is probably like the name of like the crew, and he goes by Fool because look at his like icon.
Okay,
if I'm mistaken, Fool, my bad.
Yeah, or maybe YK stands for fool.
That's actually pretty sick.
Yeah, there you go. Now we just gave you some like a whole theme of shit.
That's free game right there.
That's it. Next one we charging you. And not like Cabs does when he's walking behind the chick.
Back it up slowly, man. I'm not here for that.
I gotta get you a fucking hoodie that says "I'm not here for that."
Not here for that.
Yo, one last thing, and I'll jump off of that. To me, that's like walking into like Times Square and seeing the policeman standing there and walking up to them and going, "Yo, I'm not armed. I have no gun."
I don't
just
have
so
a
everybody
gun.
feels safe.
I don't have anything. I don't have anything at all.
But the thing is with the police, you gotta act the opposite with the way you do women. Like when I've noticed, like I'm in the train station, I'll look one of them dead in the eye and give them the "Hey, how you doing?" and they'll keep walking.
Yep.
To let them know, like, yo, it's all good. I'm not.
No, but good. Like Amy said, if you just do something like "How you doing?" So we now both acknowledge that we are in the same space. That should calm things down a little bit.
Yeah, but you know who else does that? Psychopaths.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yes, but you are not one. We're talking specific in the specific situation.
She don't know that. That's the thing.
And it does. Yeah. And guess what?
I promise you, I will make. I
promise you told her. So
I promise you. I promise you, I would make a left. I promise you. She going right. I made the right. I'm like shit. She's walking. I gotta make another right. Shit. I'm gonna make a left. I'm gonna let you walk. and then I'm making my right. That's just how I do it.
That's it.
I will
be
inconvenience.
oblivious.
I will
Right.
inconvenience myself, so you know that I'm not here for that. You feel me? Like,
You know, but see, that's something I won't do. I'll keep walking until you move. But like, even if we're walking in the same place, and then she turning around and like, I swear to God, we could walk together because I don't know where you going, but I'm supposed to be going. Like, we'll start a conversation. Like, I'll walk you home. Apparently, we live next door to each other. Like, you're on the
now
way.
you just both pulling up to the building at the same time. Like, homegirl, I made like 3 lefts. How slow you walking? Like, get
Word.
home. Like,
Yeah.
shit.
I met,
Yeah.
So the timeline.
yeah, my man said, I think I met you on Omegle. I mean, this is supposed to be Twitch, but hey, if it's Omegle, hey, we got a new streaming software.
Hell
But
yeah.
anyway, yeah. So the timeline after Endgame, they snap and bring everybody back,
Mhm.
and then right after Endgame, it's supposed to be Loki. Now Loki fucks with the universe, the
Wait, no,
timeline.
that's not supposed to be Loki.
Yeah,
It's
that's what.
no, it's supposed to be after Avengers 1. Where
No.
where they're arresting Loki and he grabs the cube from that point. That's where it's supposed to go from. Because
Yeah,
he
but
grabs the cube and he ends up over there, no?
look, so the timeline is Avengers Endgame and then the Loki show. See, because after they
So hold on, wait. So Captain America First Avenger, then Avengers Endgame?
No,
How is
so-
that even right?
So
No.
all right, you got all this stuff.
I was
Yeah.
like, what the fuck?
Yeah, so you have Captain America First Avenger, Iron Man. All right, so you got, I think, Iron Man 2, Thor, and another movie is happening in the same week. And then it goes to Avengers. If I'm not mistaken, the Hulk movie happens at the same week as Thor and Iron Man 2.
Correct. They just don't have it up here in Disney Plus.
Yes. And then the Avengers happen. And with all these one shots, it actually fills out the story, what's going on, and it connects them, to what's happening. And then, it goes back to Thor and then Iron Man 3 and then Cap Winter Soldier. And then the Guardians of the Galaxy really don't explain much, but they introduce the space.
Yeah.
And I will argue anybody, when Yondu dies, that is the saddest death in the MCU as of right now.
It's definitely up there for sure.
Yo, because when they did that little thing for him and like they did the whole fucking Wakanda Forever shit for him, I was about to start crying.
Everybody shows up, yeah.
Yeah, I was about to start crying. So I didn't know Doctor Strange happened so late in the fucking
Yeah.
but it makes sense because it's almost right after Doctor Strange's Thor Ragnarok.
Correct.
So I get it. So all right, so Endgame happens and we're on the same shit. They go back in time, but we're not seeing anything. But then Loki happens, and the reason why Loki happens after Endgame is because they him talking about them going back in time. It's like, I'm not the criminal.
No, he doesn't even know that Thanos has killed him.
No, but here's the thing though. When he picks up the Tesseract and he's in court with the lady,
yeah.
he says, "Oh, what you really need to do is arrest the Avengers because they went back in time and changed things. I didn't do nothing." And she goes, "No, they were supposed to do that."
Yeah.
So and since where they're at, time works differently, which we all know is the quantum realm.
Yeah.
He's technically out of time. So
Correct.
they took him out of Avengers 1 and now he's basically inexistent in time.
That's so weird that that's there in the timeline. You're right.
But when they kill Kang and he comes back and no one knows him, then it's like, hold on, wait, that happened before WandaVision and Winter Soldier. Like, no one mentions Loki. But that happened before that, but it also happened right before What If.
Well, I guess because Loki is like technically like out of time and they're just going around purging shit. Like, does it even count? Right? Because it's he's like just totally out. Like, they could see timeline strands from where they're at. They're literally at the time variance authority. But that's what TVA is called, right? Yeah.
Yes, yeah. But I think what he did when they killed Kang and they made the different multiverse, I think he actually created the What If multiverse.
Well, that makes sense because now that I think about it, so when he grabs the Tesseract, he does show up wherever he shows up, and the TVA comes and prunes that timeline.
Yes.
So now they take him back to, I guess, after Endgame. I guess. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because technically he sees everything up into Infinity War.
Yeah.
'Cause he's-
When Thanos kills him.
Yes. So technically this show can happen up to Infinity War.
Yeah.
And you know,
So-
the Avengers already did what they needed to do according to the first episode.
So, like you were saying, the TVA exists outside of time itself,
Yeah.
and when he went back, the TVA changed.
Yeah.
We don't know what the world is like.
Correct.
Doctor Strange is gonna tell us what happened due to the result of Loki.
All of the yeah. So that's what I was thinking. I was like, okay, but he goes back from the Tesseract. But when he does show up, they just prune that shit. Like, no way, you can't do this. We're just whatever you did right here, gone. And then they take him back to time, even though they're out of time. But like,
Yeah.
in order, so I guess it would go after. I guess it would go after Endgame because that was when they did the whole plot. So Loki went somewhere. 2014 Loki went somewhere, but they go, no. We're pruning wherever this somewhere is that you ended up. Now we're bringing you right back to after Endgame. This is just a Loki that hasn't died yet. Man, this time shit is crazy.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, you were watching all of this shit like, and it's funny because you don't use drugs, you don't drink, so you was just sober having these thoughts.
And I'm telling you right now, none of these movies interconnect until the fucking end credit scenes.
That's what puts them together.
Yeah.
I love watching them like that because you watch like Ragnarok literally ends and then boom, Infinity War starts.
Yep.
Yeah, it's so cool.
Yep. And that's what makes these movies awesome because they're all independent movies. You don't need to watch a movie to see another one. Except for Infinity War and Endgame because they're part 1 and 2.
Well, I mean, you want to know some stuff.
No, I hear you, but the thing is like Avengers, you can watch that without watching the other movies because it's just a movie in itself.
You're essentially just watching superheroes without origins.
Yes.
Yeah, I hear what you're saying.
Yeah, but like Captain America, the Winter Soldier, you don't really need to watch Iron Man 3 for that.
I'll tell you this much. If it wasn't for like Eternals, regardless, you don't have to watch it. But if it wasn't for the end credit scenes, you really don't gotta watch that movie. Because I get that Star Fox was a little weird. Like people were like, okay, so you just showed up out of nowhere. That's kind of weird. What's going on up there? How they're gonna explain this? But the Blade and Black Knight stuff, that was to me the most interesting. So like you can I'm honestly some of my favorite post-credit scenes in the Eternals. Shang-Chi had some really good post-credit scenes as well.
Yeah.
With the whole finding those rings.
Thor the Dark World had the worst fucking extra credit scenes. Like you had that big ass thing was running around. Like he's over here trying to kiss Jade and that big ass monster's running around whatever part of England that shit is.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
and wait,
really?
And then the first one is when they go give the Infinity Stone to the Collector, or is it the second?
The first, the second one. The second one, yes.
That's a good post-credit scene.
Yes,
that was like the first time. Well, I mean, we had already heard about them, but remember, so we had already seen. I think we had already seen. There was supposed to be a deleted scene in Ultron. I don't know how to remember, but like that was like the first time we really Infinity Stone. We're like, whoa, what the hell? Or one of the first times they really started like honing in, and we started seeing like, okay, all right, let's see what you guys got. I think it gives them the Power Stone to the Collector. Yeah, it's pretty sweet.
No, that's the Reality Stone.
The Reality, okay.
Yeah.
I thought it was
Power Stone is
the Power Stone.
Xandar.
The Power Stone was the Guardians of the Galaxy was trying to give that to the Collector. Gotcha. Yeah, but but Infinity War, Eternals. All right, so what if happens? After Loki,
Okay.
So now we see another actual we see the actual multiverse and the other different variables of what can happen. And we get that, and it's dope. And then WandaVision happens.
All
which-
narrated by Commissioner Gordon.
Yes, true. And WandaVision happens, and no one mentions anything outside of Endgame, which no one would know anything because of Loki and what if they're not in these dimensions? They're not in the universes. But nothing changed either.
What do you mean? Like,
Just sometimes, like when you mess with time, it tends to mess back, right?
for sure.
So at least with Flashpoint, when he resetted the timeline and let his mom die, things changed. Like this dude, instead of having a son, he had a daughter. You know, like little things here and there changed that he couldn't help. Like it just the way the universe went. Like the girl who was the intern turned astrophysicist, like she didn't turn into now she's this girl, like she's just as smart as this girl, or she has like 17 PhDs. The FBI agent from Ant-Man wasn't like more suave and cool. Like everybody's still the same. There isn't one little bit of
things changed, but like you got to remember in episode 4 Wanda, everybody comes back from the snap. Or they show when everybody's coming back from the snap. So I see what you're saying, though. I see what you're saying.
You got to remember, just because timeline wise, Loki's first doesn't mean he finished first. Because WandaVision happened like a day or two after the fucking battle with Thanos.
No, I think it was a week.
Like it's
a week,
it was
close, yeah.
Yeah. So theoretically, while Loki's they had to deal with Loki immediately on the timeline because he left during the movie, during Endgame.
Yeah.
Because he's dealing with shit outside of time, technically Wanda's happening already.
All right, so
exactly.
So here's the thing. All right, those Loki and What If is accounted for, right? Because they're in different universes, so they don't really affect too much.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna assume that WandaVision, Winter Soldier, the Falcon and Winter Soldier, and Shang-Chi are happening in the same time.
It's all around the same time.
Closely. Because based off of what people are wearing, it's nice outside. They're not wearing jackets. I know Shang-Chi happened in LA and in China, whatever, but they're not wearing sweaters or nothing. They're chilling. Falcon and the Winter Soldier, people in New York, not really, dressed for like the cold winter. It could be fall. And you notice like Hawkeye's in the winter.
So Black Widow kind of messes that up.
Well, Black Widow technically happens right before
right after
Black
Civil
Panther.
War.
Yeah, right after Civil War and before Black Panther. In their MCU timeline. Not when the movies come out. But all right, so I mentioned the weather because Eternals, you see them with their winter jackets on. It's almost like Thanksgiving time in the Eternals. You know what I'm saying? So I mentioned that because if Shang-Chi, Falcon and the Winter Soldier, and WandaVision are all happening at the same time, I understand why no one knows about Wanda taking over a town.
Mm-hmm.
And Shang-Chi happened in a mystical realm. That's why he's fighting a Gaiju and a dragon. Fine. But now here's where the things come in. Because Eternals happens after this, which no one mentions the WandaVision or the magic or anything. Like, how come you didn't interfere with that shit? But also, this is definitely before Hawkeye.
So that's what I was gonna say. So, like at the end of Black Widow, we have Valentina Fontaine.
Yes.
She brings the contract over to Homegirl. But they try to make it look like in Hawkeye that she called Valentina to hire Hawkeye right there for the job. But it's like super sunny over there.
Yeah.
And like here in New York, I mean, yeah, there's different seasons, I guess. But look, we can go to town on plot holes. It's so fun to do with the MCU, right?
Yeah.
So that's kind of what we're doing. But so Hawkeye would be before what you said?
Hawkeye is the last one. So
Hawkeye's
it's
the last one.
It's right after Eternals.
Yeah.
So here's the thing.
Bring the timeline up. Just leave it up. That helps.
It's weird because Hawkeye is such a personal story.
Mm-hmm.
He wouldn't really care that there was a giant fucking face coming out of an ocean.
He was chilling with the
Because
kids.
the immediacy of the Ronin suit showing up and having to do with Kate Bishop and having to do with Kingpin, that's going to take priority over some shit a million miles away from you that is not going to affect you right now.
Yeah, I agree.
So going forward,
Hold up.
Spectre, not Spectre, Moon Knight, Miss Marvel, Multiverse of Madness, maybe not that one, but going forward, shit should start people should be like, hey, what the fuck happened with that shit out there?
Somebody's gonna
hold up
talk
now,
about
hold,
it.
Hold up now. Now this is where the things come in, because you're saying that, Cap, and now I'm gonna throw the curveball. You know what movie's not in between these two? Spider-Man. Spider-Man happened in between these two if you're basing it off the weather.
Oh.
Because at the end of Spider-Man was around Christmas.
Yeah, and
Yes.
Hawkeye's in Christmas.
And Hawkeye's
Yes.
in Christmas. And also in Spider-Man, they're voting on whether to put Cap Shield on the Statue of Liberty. And in Hawkeye, they pretty much already did it.
And they have ads for the
Rogers play.
The Rogers musical, yeah.
Yeah.
Now,
So
here's how-
no one mentions that in Spider-Man. And I understand why no one would mention Spider-Man and Hawkeye, because at this point the memories would be erased of them. But
now,
this is the thing though. We still have a fucking giant head out of the ocean.
yes. And here's how I hit your curveball out of the park.
No, you don't. You think you do, but you don't. I'll let you talk. I just want to burst the bubble of just because you came out your mouth doesn't mean it's right, but go ahead.
Okay. So you would think people would talk about the big giant thing, except we start at the end of Homecoming, or no, Far From Home, where he killed, what do you call it? He killed Mysterio. So the movie starts before Eternals. Then throughout the events, he has more pressing matters of motherfucker from other universes coming in to deal with. Again, a personal thing that outweighs something 400 miles away that doesn't affect him.
Okay, so this is where I catch your home run because I jumped the wall.
Griffey.
Right? Yeah, Griffey style. First off,
I love
Far From Home starts at the end of Homecoming, right? Because he does the holy shit. Then the time happens where he can't get into college. Around that time is before Eternals. Then right after, when he's fighting Green Goblin and all these people to send them back, is around the time Eternals would have happened already. Especially when he walks into the coffee shop to go talk to MJ, that shit happened already. The head coming out of the ground happened already because we already know the weather. It was snowing or it was about to fucking snow in New York when that shit happened.
True. But again, why would Spider-Man, who's going into a very personal situation, now mention?
Here's the thing, though. Look.
How do you want that to be mentioned?
You're arguing the wrong parts of the facts here. What I'm pointing out is a timeline. Now, when that happens and Hawkeye happens after that, because of now it's Christmas. It's literally 4 or 5 days before Christmas. Hawkeye should have known about Eternals.
Yeah, but it doesn't affect him.
Oh, it does. When a giant fucking being with a head the size of your planet looks at you and goes, I'm gonna judge your ass and come back. Especially after someone snapped their fingers and wiped out half the universe, because he mentioned a god. He mentioned the god that can snap the fingers.
And I mean, it says Thanos was right and all of that, yeah.
They mentioned that in Hawkeye. They mentioned that in Winter Soldier. I think they mentioned that in fucking WandaVision. They mentioned all the shit Thanos did. Everyone knows about the fucking Infinity Rings, the Infinity Stones, the Gauntlet, and the Snap. Everyone knows about that. That's part of history now. In the books, in the schools, a normal dude on the street can tell you all about Thanos. but no one is mentioning a giant fucking head or a fucking huge robot standing
yes.
outside of the planet
Now,
going, I'm going to judge you and
Are
come
we-
and kill you.
are we sure?
I'm dead sure.
Are we sure that Urshem projected more than just locally in that region?
Yeah.
Is it 100% guaranteed that his
right.
broadcast was seen by the entire world and not just the Eternals he was looking at?
Yeah, one, because people were running away when he disappeared.
No, in
They
the
were running-
area.
Well, first off, can you see the moon from any part of the fucking planet?
Not all the
He's-
time.
Not
Well,
all the time, but
But when it's in your sight, half the planet can see the moon.
Yes. But
So when half the planet can see this huge fucking robot
but
who's
again,
bigger than the moon,
so that it
No,
doesn't,
someone's
like,
gonna
just
write it in the
because-
news.
Just
But
just
that's a
because we're not
projection.
saying
No.
That's what
Here's-
I'm saying.
here's the
Just
thing,
because
though.
we're not
Someone-
because we're not saying it doesn't mean that people aren't thinking about it.
But here's the
Like-
thing though. There are people right now writing a story about a guy pissing on the fucking train. A giant robot bigger than the planet is staring at us. Someone's gonna write about that. A big ass thing coming out of the ocean. Someone's gonna write about that.
I understand all that. All I'm saying is,
Remember,
do we have 100% confirmation that Urshem broadcasted that message to
even
everybody except the people? Because I'm not talking about
listen.
us seeing
Even
the
if
moon.
he did, even if he didn't, even if only those people in that town saw him, cosmic earthquakes that reached half the planet will draw attention to someone to figure out what the fuck happened.
yes.
The fucking celestial was beginning the emergence, and an earthquake the size of no one's business hit England. And this is when Icarus went to go check to see if they were okay.
Yes. I will
Now-
give you all that.
Someone's gonna check that shit out and be like, hold on, wait, there's some shit here. They're not gonna wait a couple of months to
Shield
figure out
probably
there's a
got that
big ass-
shit under wraps already, man.
No, it's sword now, Cavs.
Or sword.
Yeah.
Sorry, yes, sword.
It's
I
sword.
will
Sword
give
got that
you
shit
that.
under wraps.
I will
But-
give you
but
that, but I'll counter
remember,
with this. I'll
Agent
counter with this
19.
here.
This is what I'm talking about. Agent 19. She should know shit. She knew that her watch was being auctioned in that underground auction in Hawkeye. These people are not misinformed. They're not
I got you.
misinformed.
I will counter with this. If we take a look at what happens in our actual world, right?
Ursham, not Usher. Asshole, where you
Ursham.
at, Joe?
So if we take account of what happens in our own actual world,
Yeah.
there was a war happening in Ukraine and Russia right now that might have the potential to start World War III. Us here, we might not, we collectively might know some shit. I might know more than you do. You might know nothing. I don't know how Cab's up in the thing. Right now, we're having a discussion about the MCU timeline. Is that, in the grand scheme of things, right? Is that not a big, more important event, right? Now, bring that into the MCU. Yes. We don't know what Urshem projected. We don't know who saw what.
Hold up.
But the one thing we do know is that a fucking face and a hand came out of an ocean. Right?
Listen, this is
now,
where I'm gonna
for
knock your
storytelling
argument out of the park.
But for
Real quick,
storytelling
real quick.
purposes, so let me get two things.
Go
For
ahead.
storytelling purposes, Hawkeye is dealing with something that's irrelevant to everything else. And two, I want to ask you a legitimate question of how should that information have been implemented? Like, who should have been mentioning, hey, there's a fucking mountain out there?
The news, they mentioned everything else. But here's the thing, though.
But we
Here's
didn't
the
see
thing.
the news in Hawkeye.
Yeah, they were watching the news. We saw
were.
first off, they mentioned
Well,
Ronan
in the
4
apartment,
times on the
in
news.
in the
Yeah,
apartment.
but that's a local news about the girl who was down the street.
Yeah, and here's my argument to you in real life. Cabs, I don't know where you were at. I don't know where anybody else was at. But when it happened, me, Show, and I believe Krills were streaming. Right here, right? This wall. Having the time of our lives. Then I see a message. Kobe just died. Fuck. All over the news.
Mhm.
Everybody and their mother heard about that shit. People in different countries heard about that shit. Scott Hall passes. It's all over social media. Everybody knows around the world. You're telling me a head coming out of the ocean. Now, this is perceivably around a month to 2 months after Eternals. So I'm not saying head comes out, world knows. Someone had to go check this shit.
Yes.
They had, and even like a fucking
Sword went to go check it and put it all under wraps quick.
But even then, when you check like the Easter eggs of newscasters and all the other shit for like Spider-Man, they have stories about did he use his
Asgard?
New Asgard and all that other bullshit.
I've
And then
I've seen that.
And then also like is Peter Parker using his Spidey sense to realm in MJ or whatever the fuck case? Everyone knows everybody's business, but there's not one like fucking guy out here spreading theories about a head coming out of the ocean.
So
not
hold
one
on. At the end, real quick. At the end of Eternals, it is on the news. You can see it. It's on the news.
Yeah.
And they're saying that police have this under wraps. Now, I get where you're coming from 100%. But if we were to ask the directors, if we were to ask Kevin Feige right now, I think he would literally tell you this. Yo, just because you didn't see it on the news doesn't mean people aren't talking about it. I know you personally would have wanted to see a 5-second clip, humongous head in the oceans of blah, blah, blah.
Somebody walking the street.
Some mention of it. You're right. I hear you on that. But I think Kevin Feige himself will tell you, yo, just because we didn't say it doesn't mean it isn't happening. That's the thing about this multiverse stuff. Everything is going on at the same time. Just because they don't mention it doesn't mean that people aren't aware. That's what they'll tell you.
I
it's a cop-out. It's a cop-out, and I agree with you.
Yeah.
It's a cop-out.
Here's the only thing. Here's the only way this shit works. One, in Hawkeye, Bishop is a nosy chick.
Yeah.
She's nosy. She asks about Thanos. She asks about all this other shit and like super spying and all that. She would have known about the head because one, she's wealthy and she was in college, so they know about shit like that. She'd ask him and he would have made mention to like, I ain't got time to deal with no fucking big ass head. I just finished fighting the fucking god. I want to go home. Because he said it. He mentioned that he fought a god. And in Hawkeye, I forgot which part, but he mentioned he fought a god. He's talking about Thanos. Now, the only way it makes sense for Eternals to happen is if Eternals is the first movie that is from another universe. And when you hit the multiverse of madness, then the Eternals come in. Because, like I said, that earthquake, one, doesn't fucking notify anybody. Two, the only thing that this guy actually mentions in Eternals is wizards and Doctor Strange. We already know that Doctor Strange is coming from another multiverse based off of the commercial for Multiverse of Madness.
There's like 4 variants of him.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So maybe that in that universe, Doctor Strange is the only one there.
But they mentioned Thor as well.
Well, they do mention Thanos, how they saved them from Thanos. So in this one, we don't know who saved them from Thanos, but that could happen. Now, if that's the first time that we had another multiverse movie, okay, I get it, but it's something. Somebody should have said something.
Let me ask you a question. Yes. No, I feel you. No, you go ahead, Cap, because I know you wanted to go.
No, because think about it. When the earthquake in Hades happened, and the hurricane in Puerto Rico and all these disasters happened, we hear about this shit for months.
Yes, this is.
But
why
we don't have Sword covering shit up either.
But
taking shit off of the news to not stress out people. See, Thanos already like there's no hiding Thanos anymore.
There are posters everywhere about post blip the depression.
Blip is still very like
so
still very fresh.
So not to argue anything. This is why I don't like the Eternals movie. It is irrelevant to the story we're trying to tell now. This should have came out after.
Well,
like you said, it should have been the first movie after we set the multiverse, whatever.
You know, to be honest with you,
because it's completely irrelevant to the story we're telling.
Eternals would have worked better if they placed it a couple of years ahead of time, or like that emergence never happened and they stopped it before, because the Guardians of the Galaxy don't fit into the story until Infinity Wars. And then when they come in, they fit in perfectly.
Yeah.
Eternals don't fit in, and we understand that they're gods and they can't do nothing. And with that explanation, like, why didn't you help with Thanos? Well, we're not supposed to. Get it. But then you did something that the world, you can't hide from the world. Like, there's a fucking head. Unless you made that head invisible, there's a fucking head out there. Like a new mountain popped up.
We will see, and then you can hide it exactly like that. We will get explanation of it, but I hear where you're coming from, and yeah, Eternals is, you don't have to watch Eternals. I think we've all said it on this podcast, right? You really don't, and maybe COVID impacted some stuff, because it did. And I don't. Again, I'm not trying to like give them excuses. I completely 100% understand what you're saying, but they're going to cover it up. They're going to talk about it later on. You just wish that they could have talked about it now after all of that timeline shit. There's so much things after that movie that happened chronologically that you wish somebody would have mentioned. If you would have just seen 5 seconds of a news article, or even like a Inquisitor tabloid type of newspaper that you see and it says, you just see that huge fucking image of a head, you would have been like, perfect, thank you. Someone said something.
Yeah.
Here's my problem with all this. Like you said, the Guardians of the Galaxy, they don't mesh with the movies until they have to. When Marvel turned around and said, hey, we're going more cosmic, I was like, yo, this might be the time for me to jump off. Because we have the Guardians of the Galaxy, right?
Captain Marvel.
Again, they have nothing to do with anything until they do. Captain Marvel have nothing to do with anything until she does. The Eternals got nothing to do with anything until it comes back around and they do. And for the Guardians, they're fine. But for the other two, they have huge problems. One, as Totek says, we got some shit happening and nobody fucking mentions it. Captain Marvel, here's a beeper. Call me if you need me. Apparently, she wasn't needed at all to prevent anything. You got to come at the end, but don't come to prevent. And
she did say emergencies only.
Well, here's the thing, though.
Yo, what the fuck is a bigger emergency than fucking
Fury
Thanos showing up the first time?
Fury didn't know about Thanos until later, because
that's what I'm saying.
Because the only person that knew about Thanos was the Hulk, and he told Iron Man, who was out in space, who with Doctor Strange. He called Cap, and I'm pretty sure he said, "Yo, there's a threat coming, and we need you to save Vision."
Yes,
and that's pretty much his. And at that point, Cap was enemy of the state. He was enemy number one.
To go for your thing,
and he only spoke to an official agent when they got Vision, and they bring him to the compound where Rhodey was, and was like, "Listen, we can either work together or we do this shit on our own. But fuck you, you're not stopping us."
Yes. Now to go for your thing. Right, specifically with Captain Marvel, Thanos destroys nowhere. It's not on her radar. Thanos destroys Xandar, the planet of the fucking Nova Corps. That's not on her radar. She wasn't following Thanos. All the shit she was supposed to be protecting, because they don't have Avengers anywhere else. Thanos never popped up on her radar. She wasn't already on his trail. She couldn't have warned. Again, these are the little things that, like I said, when they said they're going cosmic, it doesn't make sense. Everything you've shown us, even in Endgame and Infinity War, has been Earth, ground. Yeah, Tony might have went to a different planet to fight the Mad Titan, but only because he's gonna fuck up shit where we are. You introduce a whole bunch of shit that has to do with shit that's not us, and things, again, set up things that are fucking 5 or 6 years down the pipe. We're gonna have these discussions where they should have mentioned the head. Like I said, we don't know what Ursham said. If people saw it, they should have freaked out about that. They should have been worried about that. But when this is some WWE shit, this is the only thing that the Marvel people have fucked up on.
Well, there's a lot of plot holes in Eternals, and
No,
I know
I'm not
I
talking
know
about plot
Cabs want to
holes.
talk about Eternals the movie. We'll get to that right after this shit. But
I'm not talking about a plot hole because the plot hole is whatever. I'm talking about big story picture
Mm-hmm.
where the WWE fucks up and where this fucked up. You told us, hey, this is the storyline we're telling, right? We go all the way up to Infinity War or to Endgame. We severed that off. The next step is the multiverse. Here's Kang. And you told us all this beforehand. Here's Kang. We're going to do multiverse. We're going to do a Loki show. Doctor Strange. Fucking multiverse of madness. And you're leading us down a path. And then at a certain point, you just went, oh, yeah, come this way. Because we're going to show you some shit that we're going to bring you to a locked door. And just wait until we open that door. Because when we open that door, that motherfucker's good. But we're like, no. But we're on this path.
Yeah.
Why are you taking us somewhere? You're showing us other shit. We don't need this. But they got to put everything in there because they spent $200 million on the movie.
Yeah.
They got to show it at some point.
I think COVID did mess up a lot of stuff, but it's still not an excuse. Yeah, Eternals you don't need to watch it. Maybe it shouldn't have been there. And I would love to know the real reason why they threw it out there, because you guys make good points, but the head, someone's going to talk about it. And I do like to go off of at the end of Eternals when they're like, oh, police are being very hush-hush about this. You know, they know it's out there. People know, we just haven't seen a news article about it.
Yeah,
you know, just because they haven't mentioned it, someone's got to say something about the head.
I don't think dude, the next couple of projects have nothing to do with heading down the path that Eternals is heading down. So like Multiverse of Madness, he's going to be too busy dealing with that to even care about what happened with the Eternals.
Maybe Blade?
Yeah, maybe but Blade's 6 years from now.
Yeah, it's just like 2023, 24.
Wakanda Forever is going to deal with the death of Chadwick Boseman and what happened after their own blip. Correct. And that might even be set before the events of Eternals.
For real.
In the aftermath of what happened with the snap.
Mm-hmm.
We have what's the other one coming up?
Well, Moon Knight is
Moon Knight has to establish that new character, so they can't fucking deal with it.
They're not,
Miss Marvel has to establish Miss Marvel and her connection to Captain Marvel.
So then let me ask you a question. Like Tag said, would you be okay with like just a quick blip on a TV screen? Would you be okay if somebody says something?
Like, here's the thing, though. The perfect thing for
you just want somebody to acknowledge it.
At least for Miss Marvel, the mom goes, honey, I know your dream is to be a superhero, but we have gods and other beings coming down to us. There's no way you could be a superhero.
Yeah.
You know, like, that is something like, that's like, all right. People are understanding that there's other shit out there that's like crazy. Fuck.
Yeah, that is excellent. Here's where Marvel fucked up, though. You take Eternals out, that same scene still plays out because of what Thanos did.
Yeah. So and Thor is also a god, so, you know. Like,
yeah. So, I mean, you're going to have somebody, like, you're going to have, what I'm going to say is, you're going to have a very obvious fucking, look at the Easter Island head.
All over Shang-Chi was Thanos.
Shang-Chi, they say that, she was like, yo, you never know. You could just be gone one day.
Yeah.
Yeah. They did. I did like that about Shang-Chi.
She mentions, like, oh, we got big-ass holes coming out of the sky with aliens coming in them. You could be snapped away,
That's what I'm saying.
at
like,
any moment.
Are people really surprised anymore? They have legit made a comic book world where it's normal to have aliens just kind of flying around. The big head comes out. No one is snapped away. They're like, okay, we got a new mountain.
Someone said to the new Sorcerer Supreme, what's his name? Wong. When he walked out of the circle, I think it was Shang-Chi or the other girl, Awkwafina, said, I'm a big fan of you, Wong.
Oh, that was Shang-Chi.
Yeah. They know who Wong is now in the public. I honestly believe there was no hiding shit.
They also did see him fight with Abomination. They also did
No,
see that.
yeah.
They saw him fight, so it doesn't necessarily need to be
but it
from
wasn't. Yeah,
the
but
TV
it wasn't
or something. But
like no one was shocked. Like before Thanos, before Infinity War, if Wong would have opened up a portal and walked out, somebody would have dropped their drink. People would have been scared. Something would have happened.
Not really, because they opened portals to come down at the Battle of New York. That's what I'm saying. People are just used to it now.
No, in Iron Man 3, when the guy was gloating and shit, people were scared shitless of this dude.
Well, I mean, it's a fucking glowing bomb.
I mean, you got a glowing ring, with a dude walking out. I was like, who's this motherfucker? You know what I'm saying?
So, like, people know that there's nasty shit out there. Like, everyone is aware that we are, like, this is a comic book world. People know that shit just goes wrong, and there's a bunch of idiot superheroes that try and save the day, but wreck the freaking city. You know?
So,
like,
here's the thing.
Literally a city has flown. Do you think anyone cares about a freaking head coming out the water? It's like, yep, just another day in Earth 616. You feel me?
Well, the only drawback for the city flying was the destruction and people dying.
100%.
No one mentioned a city flying. Everyone mentions, the 7 people you didn't save.
I mean,
it's more than that.
Ross was mentioned. That's what literally Civil War is about. The Sokovia Accords is about that freaking city.
And also
set it off.
R.I.P. to Ross, because his the actor
guy
who
just
played
passed away, man.
For real.
R.I.P. Thunderbolt. For real.
Yeah, for real. But
see, but Cap set this fucking Knucklehead podcast origins. How like sometimes over connecting is gonna lead to this. And bro, all of these different directors, because obviously not the same people directing every Marvel movie. Like they always have like discussion talks and just answering these freaking loopholes and plot holes. And it's like most of the time I hear them and I'm like, yeah, you pulled that one out of your ass. But you're the director, and that's what you're going with. So I guess we all got to eat that fucking bullshit too. But at the end of the day, there's a lot of shit they need to cover up. And you're right. Like the best thing about Marvel can also be considered the worst thing about Marvel.
Yeah.
The interconnectivity. And then you start thinking like, do we even need that? Eternals. Like we want more of that. The news tickers telling everything. I feel you. Maybe we should be a little bit more aware. Or just throw us blurbs here and there about what's happening.
Because I honestly think that whoever did Hawkeye turned around and said, I don't give a shit. I'm telling a Hawkeye story.
I'm making a personal story. Yeah, of course. But Hawkeye's a personal dude.
Can I throw this in here?
In all honesty, besides Natasha, Hawkeye could be a separate entity.
He don't give a fuck.
Because the only person they actually mentioned in Hawkeye was maybe like the Thanos, him fighting the god, and Natasha. Yeah. And the Red Room and shit like that.
Well, he does go to the plaque to see the Battle of New York. We see the names, but he's there for that. Yeah. Because he apologizes for whatever he was going to do. And it's like, were you going to kill Yelena? What? Like, he apologizes for something else. So we see the names and we see the musical. We understand what happened, but you're right, Toe. This was very focused on Hawkeye, and honestly, I fucking love that. Keep it on the ground sometimes, man. And look, remember, Cap, we were talking about this a couple episodes back. Now we have these separate teams where it's like we got the space crew, we got the floor crew, and we got the Mystic crew. Yeah. And in the Mystic crew, that's where we can get these Midnight Suns going.
Yeah, but here's another thing. They spend the only after credit scene they did at the last episode for that one full play scene.
I love that. It was
enjoyable to watch.
It was such a troll. Like I don't like the musical itself, but it was such a troll.
Yeah, it would have been enjoyable. It would have been enjoyable to see another scene of maybe the Vision just looking at the fucking head. Like, what the fuck is this?
Like, yo, just Vision on top of the head. Like, what?
Or like he knows, because remember, he had the same memory as the original Vision who was connected to the Mind Stone. Yeah. And that Vision unlocked his memories. So he could be looking at the Celestial going like, fuck. Because the Mind Stone was created before, like, the Celestials. The way this shit works is like the stones are the most powerful. The universe was made, and then the stones came with all the
Yeah.
elements and shit like that. So if the celestial Ashmid or whatever the fuck his name is made the universe, then they have to be connected with the fucking celestials. He has to know before time. It's the Mind Stone. He has to know before time.
We'll see it though. We'll see it. I want to know. I'm dying to see where White Vision goes.
Can I throw this in here? What if we looked at it as if we're reading the comics? Because in the comics, the reader, us, we always have more information than the characters in there. And so you didn't get to see in Hawkeye somebody react to the giant head. But that's fine. We know there's a giant head. We know that there's something to react to. So instead of us looking for instead of us going into each movie saying, hey, how is this movie gonna address certain things? What if we do like we're reading a run, like a whole graphic novel? We read the entire thing, and then at the end we'd say what the story, we reflect on what the grander story is. So like with the Infinity Saga, you watch the entire Infinity Saga, and then you go back and go, all right, so then with your knowledge, that would connect to that would connect to this goes over here. But movie by movie, we're not doing that because truth be told, it's not the job of the movie to do all the other background. As cool as it would be, and as much sense as it would make, it's not Hawkeye's job to be like,
it's what the MCU has done.
Well,
It's what the MCU has done to itself. Though the other day I was watching some shit, right? In First Avenger,
Yep.
Captain America First Avenger, when he first grabs the taxi door to stop the bullets from homie that he's chasing out of the lab.
Yep.
If you pan to the left, you see a woman in a crowd of people hiding, taking a picture. That same picture, we see it in the memorial in Falcon and Winter Soldier. So it's like, it's what you're saying, Cap. Marvel is so good at this, or they do it so much that when they get lazy at it, it sticks out, which is exactly what Toe's saying. Like, all Toe wanted to see was a newspaper article, maybe a newspaper swaying in the wind. It's like, oh, big head and fucking wherever it was. And
but
boom.
now here's the thing. Here's what I would posit.
Because also in Endgame, they mentioned a rumble in the ocean next to Wakanda.
Yeah.
And we all know that's Atlantis or wherever Namor is. And everybody goes, that Namor and all that other shit.
You just wanted a little something like that.
As of right now, it's just a tremble in the ocean. But they threw the idea of, because Namor and Atlantis and Wakanda always fucking was at war.
And the Illuminati's coming too, so
you know what I'm saying? So like, it's one of those things. It's like, I know for a fact someone's gonna mention to Hawkeye, if he's ever in the movie again, are you even allowed by Radio City Music Hall anymore after what you did to the tree? You know what I'm saying? Like, because he destroyed the fucking tree and the ring, the ice ring. You know what I'm saying? So it's one of those. I'm pretty sure somebody's gonna make a smart ass comment about that because everybody's gonna know about it. Like, I would love to see a sword ship up there and on somebody just looking out in the space, and he's like, they're always looking out there, and someone's like, what are you looking for? He goes, the last time I seen something out there was a giant fucking head, or as a giant being talking about they're gonna come destroy the planet, or just something. You know what I'm saying? Like just swords out there.
You just wanted a little nod. I get it.
Yeah,
I get it. I got you.
I understand I understand all that. Here's my question. From being from knowing how I'm viewing this entire experience and going through it. My question to you is,
what up, show?
Why is it necessary for little things like that to be done 100% of the time when the what do you call it? What Cap
big fucking head
taking the camera, taking the picture? I've watched First Avenger like 3 or 4 times. I've never seen that lady.
Never noticed that shit once
never
in my
noticed,
fucking
yeah.
life.
Never
Noticed. Never.
But that never killed the experience.
100%.
For me.
Yep.
So, like, I'm wondering why for you guys, like
Well-
the mention of a head in a story that has nothing to do with it.
I love the
It's
Eternals,
100%
and
necessary.
I
No,
was
you know why?
protecting. I was protecting the head last episode, but the last time we spoke about this, the Eternals, I was protecting the huge head. But I get where he's coming from. There's a big fucking head in the water.
Here's the thing, though. Bucky never told Cap about Isaiah because he didn't want Cap to worry about other superhuman, other super soldiers out in the world. He's like, Cap got to deal with enough shit.
Yeah.
And I wanted this dude to chill.
Yeah.
They mentioned so much shit about, things that happened before, things about right after the blip, like, the way the world is, like, as much as y'all say that Falcon and the Winter Soldier was ground level, that shit was more global than any other fucking show.
Global,
Pretty much
sure.
more than movie.
Global, sure, but it's still ground. It's still ground.
But you know what I'm saying? Like, they dealt with politics in that show.
100.
That a lot of people were like, yo, so what happened after the blip? Like, how did they resettle? They answered those questions.
So
You know what I'm saying? Like, and they also answered the fact that it's like, hold on, wait. Remember when the Eternal said, with war comes great technology?
Yeah.
Not in Falcon and Winter Soldier, because when they wiped out half the people, what did you need more for convenience? It's like the people needed to innovate different ways. How they innovate? They bring the countries closer together.
No borders.
There were no more borders.
No borders.
People were like, yo, wherever you can go, we're going to come help you out.
Yeah.
I would posit this.
And also, we'll talk about this when we talk about Eternals. You can't tell me that war brings out advancement in medicine when the atomic bomb wiped out the entire civilization. There's no advancement. Unless you're bringing them back from the death.
Chill. That
There's
I'm not
no
gonna
way.
agree with. We don't know. We don't know what he gave them this power for. Maybe he helped them do something, and they turned it into that. Because that's kind of like that's what you're talking about.
Well, no, I know he gave them the advancement of nuclear power,
and they turned it into an atom
bomb.
Into
a bomb. Yeah, that's why he regretted it and all that.
Okay,
but their theory was conflict and war advanced medicine.
Advances everything. Advances everything. Really.
In order to keep the intelligent population alive.
Yeah, now, they gotta fight to progress.
Now, here's the thing, though. When you wipe out half the population, and you're supposed to protect the population, there's a problem here. And also, you got a bomb that can destroy every fucking thing. You're kind of like working backwards.
They can't interfere.
It's like you're a bodyguard that allows your people to get shot as long as it's in the leg.
They can't interfere.
Well, they could, because Thanos is technically a fucking deviant.
Now, I'm gonna tie all this in here,
which is the biggest plot hole of them all, right?
I'm gonna tie all
because
this
they
in.
mentioned him being the brother of an Eternal.
We haven't yet, and then that's kind of like what is important about Heroes, Star Fox coming out, because maybe we may touch on that now, but I don't think up until this point they had mentioned him being a deviant. Therefore, maybe the Eternals don't even know, which is weird anyways, because they should, but maybe they just didn't know that Thanos was half a deviant, and he's not even half deviant. He has a deviant gene in him. He's not half deviant. So it's very mild, the deviancy that he has in him. So maybe it didn't alert the Eternals.
Now, I'm going to tie all this together, because all the stuff that you were talking about, all the little Easter eggs and all the little mentions from here and there, they all serve the purpose of the story being told. And again, as cool as it is to Easter Island head, whatever, doesn't serve any purpose at the time. But now, here's the whole stopping Thanos thing. Your goal is to get the population of this fucking planet to a certain level to enact the fucking celestial to be born. This motherfucker's coming down with the clear vision of wiping out half. Now, they might not have known that he was going to wipe out half. But once he did, where the fuck's your plan to go, we got to go try to fix this? Because this is not what the fuck our plan is.
They had already disbanded though. They were like retired.
Yeah, but guess who didn't? Or guess who should have been there? Icarus. Because
Icarus, at
Icarus
least.
was the entire movie. His shit was to continue the fucking
to
plan.
make sure the plan
But-
was going.
but
But then they probably just told them like, hey, look, this seems like a little setback. Let's see what happens. Let's let them rebuild again. We can help them rebuild again. Throw them a couple little thingies here and there,
Yeah.
and then we'll make them come
Well,
back again.
The reason why Icarus wasn't involved, even though he knew about it, because the reason why he got rid of he left was Cersei's. Is that what?
Yeah.
The reason why he left Cersei's because he wanted her to live in peace. If she knew about the planet dying, she because she loved the planet, whatever the case may be.
Yep.
But the reason why he would let Thanos do his thing is because he never knew when the emergence was going to happen until Ajax told him it's starting.
Yeah, so it was all part of the
That
plan.
part I understand. But when Ajax said we can stop it, this is on some why hasn't anybody gone to these people like, yo, we can't let them bring the snap back.
That's another thing. If Ajax didn't want it to happen, 50% of the population being gone benefits her.
It
So
does.
again,
What up, Kenny?
you
What's up,
can't
Joe?
you can't interfere.
But she mentions
you're
that
letting-
she mentions that though. She goes, yo, they snap half of the people away, and it's like, okay, cool. And then like all of a sudden, they just bought everybody fucking back.
Yeah.
There's something really special about these people. We can't let it happen. Something is up with these guys here. Something is going on with this planet. We lost half of every human. We lost 50% of human life, and they just bought everything back. Like that's kind of like what snapped her out of it. She's like, "Yo, we got to do something. These people are pretty sick."
And you know what's crazy? Now, even though Eternals happens after What If. Oh no, yeah, it happens after What If. In What If, the Watcher is trying to give a hint to Hawkeye about the file he needs to see.
He's like, "It's right there. It's right there."
And Hawkeye gave up. And he goes, "Wait a minute. You guys are humans. You're the only race that has hope. Like you're built off of hope and faith. Like this whole thing, you honestly never stop trying, no matter no matter how much of a sacrifice you made or whatever happened to you. Like that's what makes you special. That's what makes you able to defeat Ultron."
Mm-hmm.
He mentions why Ajax thinks that this planet shouldn't go through the emergence.
Yeah.
Ajax says something slightly similar to that, but he mentions why the human race isn't worth being destroyed because of a celestial.
Yeah.
What up, Blue Cheese? And that's a plot hole that's fixed with What If for Eternals.
You know what the
Because
ultimate?
So it's one of those things. It's like you said, maybe this movie shouldn't have came out at this time. But my thing is,
there is some COVID stuff happening for sure.
yeah,
No.
it's all fine and dandy. It's all fine and dandy because the real biggest problem was Black Widow came out way too late.
Way too late, yeah.
Because no one mentioned the big ass plane, an invisible plane falling out the sky anyway. But I can see why, because they already had that with Shield and shit.
Way too late.
But this shit coming out to not even like a smart ass like fucking Hawkeye or one of those people that do the cosplay shit. They're cops and firefighters who watch the news. They need to know the news.
Yeah, no, trust me. From discussions I've had, they know nothing. If outside of the actual everyday patrol, they know nothing.
But they know Hawkeye by face.
Daredevil status.
They know Hawkeye by face.
Yo, the main problem is the hubris of Marvel.
Yes.
Because they took a property, the Eternals, that didn't do shit, that doesn't mean shit, that nobody really gives a shit about in the comics, and went, hey, let's make it a movie and tie it in. And instead of doing something cool with it, they made a fucking movie that doesn't mean shit, that doesn't add shit, that nobody gives a shit about. Like,
They try to get
thing.
that Guardian spark.
Yeah, but you can't put the main problem. You can't put God level characters
No, you can't.
in our characters that not even Carol Danvers is God level.
Yeah.
Not even Doctor Strange is God level.
Well,
They're all still like, yo, they're still normal fucking people that can do extraordinary shit.
You know what?
Thor.
You know what
Like
the crazy
Thanos
shit.
was the only like God level threat where we're like, this is fucking serious.
The crazy shit is, if you look at the Eternals, Icarus was maybe the most powerful one, but I can
And
see
he's
Thor.
useless.
I can see Thor going up against any one of these motherfuckers.
And giving them the business.
Dude, Thor would fucking wipe the floor with Icarus.
Yeah. He
'Cause
might
none
be
of these
able to.
people-
He might be able to take a couple of them on. You can
Yo,
take a couple of
Hulk-
them on.
Dude, Hulk could beat the shit out of Gilgamesh.
Yeah, Hulk will destroy all of them.
Uncle Kotaso, that's his real
Yeah.
name.
Yeah.
We might now. What do you call it? Cap can fucking probably take out Athena because she wasn't really that strong. She just had weaponry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
None of the other Eternals can do shit. Kingo, who can't take out Kingo, man?
Yeah.
Fastos,
I mean,
all he
Wanda.
does is build shit. Like,
Wanda is the closest you got to a real god.
yeah,
Because
And
of
he
her
can-
powers.
Thor is the god of thunder. He is the
Thor
god.
is a
literally.
literal god, and
He's
he's
a
still
literal
like,
god.
Well,
universe.
Compared to Hela, you know.
He couldn't beat her.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is, if you take that great example by Cat, if you take Thor and you look at him and Hela and Loki, they're supposed to be gods,
Yeah.
but they're presented to us as normal people
Yeah.
from their own realm. You can't then turn around and give us godlike characters and expect it to mesh. It's not gonna mesh.
It's the biggest problem with DC. You have these gods out here trying to act normal. I will never buy Superman, just bringing him down to human level. It's tough to do. And yeah, you can give him Lois Lane, and you can give him, parents and the farm, and Batfleck buying the farm, which I think is pretty cool. Buying the bank, which I think is pretty cool. But it's like, there are always going to be gods, and it's hard to put that on screen. And then it's funny because the Eternals are like Walmart gods. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
like, you feel me? They really are. Like, I think the dopest one out of all of them is, even Cersei that comes out with that shit, making shit into trees. It's like, okay, well, you did that once.
Well, I
You're
think
gonna run that again, Cersei? Like, can we
I
see
think-
that one more time?
I think the real reason why you can't make the Eternals any more powerful than they are is because it's harder to get more powerful than that when you have the show of Celestial, and then you have the show the Living Tribunal, which they're probably gonna have to go to, and all these
Correct.
other powerful beings, the one who's left, the one above all these other people you gotta go to. Like, at one point, realistically, there's a power gap. Like, there's a power cap that you have to, like, unless this motherfucker literally can blink and destroy everybody watching the movie,
Yeah.
you can't get more powerful than a certain point.
Yeah.
It was like, I can kill motherfuckers who watch the movie 10 years from now. Like, that's how
That's why-
powerful I am.
That's why when they said that they were going to try to lean into the cosmic, I was like, that might be my off ramp to finally get off of this Marvel train.
I was a little
Because
nervous about
cosmic
it too.
makes no sense because cosmic is whatever it needs to be at the time you're doing it.
And Cap, Secret Invasion will be out soon. I think that shit is just gonna make shit even weirder, bro. Like, if you tell me that Natasha was a squirrel the whole time, I might lose my shit. You feel me?
But
Like,
see,
I hope it
shit
doesn't
like
make it
that-
weird.
Nah,
I'll tell you right now, if Secret Invasion comes out and they
Hey,
tell
yo,
us,
You got the
pause.
pack of 80 with them shit.
if Secret Invasion comes out and they tell us,
You're muted, show.
hey, don't let him know that. He's fine. I heard everything you said, Show. Good job.
If Secret
If
Invasion
Secret
comes out,
Invasion comes out and tries to retroactively tell us that the events we've seen were scrolls, because if you kill a scroll, they revert back to their natural fucking state.
correct, I'm gonna be very upset.
Yo, if they tell us that, I promise on everything here on this podcast, if they try to retroactively go back and be like, they were a scroll, she was a scroll, he was a scroll, they were a scroll,
Oh boy.
I am going to, on this podcast, be like, I am out of the MCU. Have a nice day.
No, the only one that I think was Skrull was Fury.
Well,
Well,
I
we
mean,
know
that was
Fury was a
we
Skrull.
know Fury was a Skrull and Hill and Agent Hill. Like
Yeah.
we know there were
And they were up
Skrulls.
on
Like,
the sword
they
base.
they legit like turned
Yeah.
into
No,
Skrull.
yeah, but I don't think that's gonna happen. But here's the thing: with
That's
the whole
literally
well,
what Secret Invasion is all about. We
yeah.
just found out that most of the time, a bunch of these heroes were just Skrull.
Yo,
And it's
Captain America was a Skrull for 75 years.
like, what?
no, but
I'm so nervous of Secret
yeah.
Invasion.
But
I'm
here's
so
here's the
nervous.
thing though: with
But
with
I'm also
the
interested. I'm also
with-
interested.
with the cosmic powers, some of these characters are gonna have to die
Oh, for sure.
because there's no fucking way Sam is fighting any of these cosmic people.
Yeah. You
You
keep
know-
Sam on the ground though. Sam is gonna be like President Captain America.
Again, that's why I'm saying the going cosmic makes no
It's-
sense
it
unless
makes me
you were going to do it
nervous.
separately.
It makes
Unless
me
you're going to tell me
nervous.
that technically, because of how you wrote it, Eternals comes in the timeline after that movie for
Well-
the basis of watching it. But like you said, but the Eternals is separate.
Well, here's the thing though. Like I said before, if these cosmic shows, like let's say Miss Marvel comes out and then they do all this other shit, the only way, like, what if that's a separate universe? Like, you know how they have the Ultimates and then 616? Like, what if that's the Ultimates version? And then that's how they introduce like fucking Miles Morales and all these other people with the cosmic energies, and then like
You know what's crazy?
like they make the multiverse and Kang comes and he's trying to conquer it, and they have to dismantle the multiverse in order to defeat Kang, to bring it back to one universe. And that's how you get rid of all the cosmic people, and you have Miles Morales come in and those other people, and they reset basically the our universe.
You know what's
Because
weird?
they did that in the
You-
comic.
No,
They
no,
did
no.
that
But
in the
check this
comic.
out. You know what's weird? Them bringing in Toby and Andrew kind of makes this MCU world the Ultimates world. Like if
Yeah.
like especially if Tom Holland steps down and then we go to Miles. Like this hasn't been Earth 616 the entire time. So that's gonna be a whole nother loophole, because bringing in Toby and Andrew is like, technically, if we're looking at comic book origins, like technically they're the real Spider-Man. Like this whole Civil War shit that they did for Spider-Man, they had to do because of license issues, and they had to bring in Spider-Man where he can fit in. But like if we're really looking at Toby and Andrew are the same Spider-Man. They made it sound like they were from different universes to make it cute and make it interesting and make it a multiverse, but they represent the same Spider-Man story, just done a little different. Tom Holland was totally nuts. So bringing in them dudes here kind of makes this world the Ultimates, or the Ultimate Universe.
For a little clarification, I understand it's easier to just do the 616 comparison.
Correct.
But for clarification, the MCU is actually designated Earth 1999999.
Okay. So what does Mysterio say, that he's from 616?
No, that's propaganda.
Yeah, he was lying, and he just that's one of the things.
So that was a
where I'm
stupid
saying-
troll? It was a stupid troll?
I think so.
Yeah,
It's
that's
an
one of the
MCU
things.
troll?
They
Okay.
put it in there
Okay.
just for us to go, they said
Ah.
616.
Gotcha.
But it doesn't mean anything.
Gotcha.
It's why I'm saying that the way we should be watching it is just we have information
Yeah.
that is irrelevant to the movie, and it's for us to be like, this happened.
Kind
it's
of like how
not.
you went into Spider-Man. Just too much info.
Because
too much info.
if you think about it, all of the people that technically came from the other universe that he had to bring back were all fake people. They
They're
thought there was
variants?
no for Mysterio.
Oh, okay.
They were all
okay.
projections. They were all projections of fake bad guys.
Yeah.
So he made this whole elaborate just scheme.
Elementals are real though. From the
yeah.
comics, but
There's Hydro Man,
But
and all that
but
other
he,
shit.
he made it up though. But yeah,
Yeah.
you know what? That makes me think even more that this is the Ultimates world then. Because I was talking about this with somebody, and they were like, well, but they bought different Spider-Man from different universes. And it's like, again, the too much knowledge cap that you're talking about. It's like, well, yeah, but like Toby and Andrew were trying to tell the same story. That's like the same Spider-Man. They just picked it from different points. But like it's not 3 universes. It's Toby and Andrew and Tom.
Actually, no, it is 3 separate universes. Because
They were trying to tell the
Toby's-
same story, though.
Yeah, but Toby's web shooters are organic.
Yeah, of course. You gotta
This is-
make it that. But like those were weird
Well, who
directing choices. But like
did-
all
who-
I'm saying is that Toby. So after Toby Maguire, they reboot the story of Spider-Man. They're still trying to tell that original Spider-Man story, as opposed to Tom Holland. They had to bring in Tom Holland how they could, and they used comic book stuff, Civil War,
Whoa.
One Day After, whatever that's called. I always
What-
forget the name. But like, that's a totally different Spider-Man story. You can't compare those
One More
to what
Day.
Toby. One More Day. You can't compare those to what Toby and Andrew were doing. So
Well, the
technically,
thing-
Toby and Andrew's the same, supposed to be the same universe.
Well,
It's the
yeah,
same
but-
story.
Who? I know he didn't kill Mary Jane. Andrew Garfunkel.
No.
No, because he was with
Gwen
Gwen
Stacy.
Stacy. He was with Gwen Stacy.
Gwen. So that could be a technical different
That's a different universe.
But
It's
also,
it's not a different
they-
universe.
they never-
Gwen and MJ is all part of the
You know-
same universe.
No, but they're completely different universes.
but at the time of their age, they were going out with him at the same time.
So like in the Spider-Man comics, Cap,
He goes
meets
out with Gwen Stacy
he
first.
meets Gwen first, and then he meets MJ later.
Yeah.
So it's still the same story that they were trying to tell, but at different times with their own different directorial
because
spins.
He meets MJ first, and then he meets Gwen.
That's what I'm saying. But it's like the reboot, the Amazing Spider-Man isn't sequels, they're reboots, but they're rebooting the same thing. You couldn't do that in the MCU with Tom Holland.
No,
they had to fit
'cause
him into Civil War.
There's no Oscorp in in the MCU universe.
Exactly.
And she's not Mary Jane. She's MJ Watson. She's some other.
Exactly. So
But she is a variant of Mary Jane.
So that's what I'm saying. Exactly my point. Like Tom Holland's story is totally
Oh, yeah.
different. But there was Oscorp in both Spider-Man 1, Spider-Man 2. Well, sorry, Toby and Andrew Spider-Man is what I mean. Right?
Yeah.
There was both the Uncle Ben death. There was both the Aunt May. They had different girlfriends at the time. But like, that is just, they're trying to tell the same Spider-Man story, just different little nuances, as opposed to, Spider-Man. The first time we see this kid was Civil War. They had to
You
fit
do
him
know-
in a weird way.
You do know that the multiverse theory accounts for 2 universes being almost identical, except for one thing changed.
I get that.
They're
but
2
what-
separate universes.
What I'm trying to say though, they weren't thinking about universes when they rebooted Spider-Man. Again, this
Oh.
is the same thing you're saying about the too much info. But my point is that they were trying to tell the same story.
Yeah.
They were trying to. They picked different girls. They might have picked different things. They might have said, but those 2 are technically the same Spider-Man. The fact that they directed it different and there was 2 different sets of movies, you can play it off as some multiverse shit. But technically, there's 2 Spider-Mans out there because Toby and Andrew were really trying to do the same story. They just did it different. And they made it work for the MCU and bringing all of them in. But bringing in Andrew and Toby, as cool as it made shit, it also made shit very weird because it's like you said, we were watching his origin the entire time. So like now this clean slate that they're trying to do comes with so many questions. You know what I'm saying? So now we really got 3 Spider-Man. Look at Cap. Look at Cap.
No,
Look
you
at
were
Cap.
talking about plot holes.
Yeah. I mean, I still love that movie. I think still it's a 10 out of 10. But
I'll tell you right now, all the whole thing, like Toe Tags was saying, if they just mentioned one thing here and there for Eternals, it would have been good. This mention, it's going to be beneficial for the entirety of the MCU. If the next time we see Spider-Man, he is going by the name of Ben Reilly,
oh shit.
that fixes all your plot holes.
Yeah, you're right.
Because
So
now we don't
wait,
have to
what
worry about-
Spider-Man
Explain
would
what-
that be? What Spider-Man
explain
would that
why.
be though?
Superior Spider-Man? No, that's Doc Ock,
No,
right?
so,
No. What I'm trying to
that's-
say, you said the next time we see Spider-Man, he shows up as Ben Reilly. So we
In
talking
the
about
MCU?
Tom Holland Spider-Man
Yes,
being Ben
Tom
Reilly,
Holland.
or just okay?
Yeah, Tom Holland
Okay.
is going by the name Ben Reilly.
So
That fixes a lot of your plot holes.
explain Riley.
All right, so Spider-Man, they did the Clone Saga, where we found out
Which was
that
kind of
Spider-Man had a whole bunch of clones made. There's 2 of them that are like the dominant ones that survive.
Yeah.
There's Kane, who becomes the Scarlet Spider, who
sick.
is all black and red and badass.
And
he's
badass.
He's bigger, he's stronger, he's meaner.
He will take you out.
Yes.
He will kill. Yes, confirmed. Yeah. Yes.
Then you have Ben Reilly, who is the exact replica of Peter Parker and might actually be the real person. I don't know if they cleared it up, but the last I read, they left it ambiguous enough that Ben Reilly might actually be the actual person, and Peter Parker is the clone. But Ben becomes, I think, the Spectacular Spider-Man.
He has like the blue sleeveless hoodie with the red under. So sick.
No, so that's another version of the Scarlet, but he's got the one where it's all like it's the red and blue, but it's the bigger black spider that goes around the top of the torso. So if they say that he's using that name, then you don't have to worry about Social Security, passports.
Damn, that'll be fucking nuts.
All that, because you could posit that when Doctor Strange did the spell, dude. Everybody forgot. In the time it took from Peter Parker to walk from that spell happening to where he goes into the apartment, you can posit the fact that, he already went and got a brand new identity. Because he saw he had to. Because the book went away, all the videos went away, everything that doesn't show his face, everything that doesn't show his face stayed, but if it showed his face no longer exists, and you just clear it up by that.
Cap, that's a really good theory. That's a really good theory.
Is this Spider-Man you talking about?
Yep, that's Ben Reilly right there.
Okay.
But Ben Reilly also has the hoodie right down there too.
This one?
Look, yeah, like look all the way to the left, the third row. He has the hoodie.
Yeah,
I love that hoodie.
That's the original Scarlet Spider.
Yeah, I love that shit. I love that costume.
I think that's Kane.
No, doesn't Kane get the red and black one?
Eventually, yeah.
Okay.
It's weird with the naming because everybody fucking takes everybody's name at some point.
But I love how that fucking costume looks, man. It's a hoodie. It's a sleeveless. That shit is so badass. One of my favorites, man. Is that a picture of him slamming Scarlet Spider, the other Scarlet Spider? The second one to the right, in the bottom? Who's he slamming? Is that Daredevil?
Yeah, that
is the Scarlet Spider. Yeah, that's. Jeez.
So that's Kane then.
That's sick. That's a sick drawing.
Yo, look up Kane.
Oh my God, beastly. Let's put Spider-Man Kane. Yeah.
Kane or Cane?
I think it's with a C.
Cin. It's Cain. Okay. All right. Dude is a menace. He looks so badass. Yeah, and look, oh my God, look at that big ass shit there. He goes like super rogue and just like starts like fucking murdering people. It's so sick. It's a pretty sick costume too. Look at the issue. To the right, all the way to the right, first row. Look at that.
This one?
Yeah. The death of Kane. Yeah, he has like something happen to his face. He looks gritty. Love it.
Oh, at last, the one true Spider-Man revealed.
That's what Cap was talking about. They might just be like, nah, Ben Reilly was the real one the whole time. Peter Parker's the freaking the clone. That would be a mind fuck for the ages.
Yeah, judging by the fact that we're now in 2022 and Peter Parker's still around, I think they went with Peter Parker being real and Ben's the clone.
Yeah, well, I still think you have a really cool theory, and that would clear up a lot of stuff. Maybe it might add more questions though.
No, the only question it would add is how to get the new ID, which can easily be answered somewhere else.
I mean,
He
he
just
can't.
he had to make up a persona like, yo, I'm Peter Parker. Like, there's no record of it.
He
And he
can't go
probably
by
sees
Peter Parker. Yeah, like
he probably sees somebody like a deceased person named Kane, and is like, oh, this is me. I was in the blip.
I'm Ben Riley. I just came back. I lost all my records.
I was in the blip.
I actually love that. It'd be sick. It'd be cool. It'd be cool. I think it's a good. Little
Yo,
theory there.
Give me a second. I'll be right back.
Did they ever say Aunt May's last name?
No, they don't
No.
even show her birthday.
Nope.
Yeah, I mean,
Well, I
but
mean-
she's May Parker
Yeah, but only because she married Ben Parker.
because she married Ben, but they never say like the real name. I don't think so.
Because I think the whole Riley thing was he took his uncle's first name and Aunt May's maiden name, and that's how he got Ben Riley.
Maybe imagine like he has like the suitcase that has the BJP, and he's like thinking of a new name. He just goes, "I've always liked Ben," you know. And it sucks that Tom Holland never mentioned Ben once, you know. And
Oh, he
man,
doesn't have one.
it's weird. It's so weird. But like, even if like May would have been like your uncle always used to say, you know, do we just so Tom Holland don't got a Ben Parker?
Nope.
That's so. I mean, but the suitcase says his name. It has the initials. It says Benjamin. I think the middle name is J Parker. It's BJP. Like they show it in Far From Home. The suitcase that he takes is his uncle's. Yeah, they just never mention him by name, which sucks. I wish May would have been like, and like your uncle always said, with great power comes great responsibility. Remember, it wasn't until No Way Home that he mentioned that spider. I mean, I think he mentioned it in the first one, but they really go into it. He's like, ever since that spider bit me. That's like the first time he said that.
Dude, again, that's the thing where I say we got to stop trying to watch for the interconnectivity. We
Yeah.
just watch the story
Yeah.
as it unfolds, and then on our own we find the interconnectivity.
Yeah.
They don't need to keep telling us because you're never going to be able. You're going to bog down the movie if you're like, hey, here's our story, and by the way, we know about the 10 rings, and we know about the Easter Island head, and we know about Thanos, and we know about this, and we know about that. It's easy to show the blip because that affects all the non-playable characters, the NPCs. The Easter Island egg doesn't affect NPCs.
Mm-hmm.
Shang-Chi doesn't affect them. Like all the other shit has no effect. So to try to keep tying every little thing in,
So do you think Marvel backed themselves into a corner when it was like, yeah, it was cool to link everything, but now it's kind of like, well, now we're expecting you to link everything. So even when you don't link anything, we're thinking you're linking it, you know?
yes. Yeah. They took so this is again like I've been saying for the last couple of weeks with fandom. The fandom ruined it.
I mean, but doesn't fandom always ruin everything? God damn it, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, real quick, I looked it up. Her name is just Maybelle Parker.
No
There's
maiden name or nothing.
Yeah, but her maiden name is Riley in
And
Marvel, but just in the MCU, she's just Maybelle Parker.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
So maybe she's the biological aunt, and the uncle Ben was like a boyfriend of hers or something, and he's just like, remember the time she dated Riley? I'll take that name.
I mean, I'm upset that they never did mention him. And then, I mean, you know, they changed shit. Like, bro, okay, we talk enough about Eternals. I'm ready to talk about Miss Marvel a little bit.
Okay.
Right? So, like, first of all, incredible trailer. I hate The Weeknd, but I've been singing that song in my head since I've seen that movie. It fits perfect. What's it called? Blinding Lights? Great song choice. That's how you know it's a great song choice. Because I hate The Weeknd, and I'm telling you it was a good song choice. But they clearly changed this girl's powers. Okay? She's still stretching out, but it's cosmic now. It's cosmic.
Here's the thing.
So I know why they're doing it. I know why. But what do you feel about the change?
Initially, I was like, that this is fucking stupid. If they're worried about Reed Richards, we got fucking 2 Iron Men. We got a billion fucking super soldiers. We got 18 gods. 4
2
Hulk.
Falcons.
Yeah.
I mean, 2
And a
Captain Americas.
partridge in a pear
For real.
tree.
But I just came, as you were talking about it, I just came to the realization. What is her power set? Right? She's an inhuman that can embiggen. Right? She can make certain parts of herself
They
larger.
call it shapeshift, but it's not
Yeah.
shapeshift.
She calls it embiggening.
Yeah,
right?
it's elongating.
Yeah. So she can do that. But
Hey.
if you read deeper into it, what she actually is doing is she's pulling, right? She's pulling mass from other versions of herself, from other multiverses, in order to give her the mass to which she grows larger and stretches and all that shit. So, what if, because they can't use the inhuman shit,
Yeah.
because the Marvel TV side fucked that up.
Oh God.
So what if, instead of being inhuman, the gauntlets, whatever they have, that does the same shit.
Yeah.
She's getting mass from other fucking dimensions.
From the multiverse, and it's
Yeah.
purple. It fits perfect.
Yeah. And she does the exact same thing, only the catalyst for it is different. If they do that, I'm on board 100%.
I'm fine too. Yeah.
My only problem is this is the first ever fucking thing that Marvel has done that feels like it's for teenage girls. I'm like, I'm not the audience for this show.
So like Marvel always, in a way, every Marvel thing is made for kids. You know, some shit is darker than others. You know, the Netflix stuff, that's just a completely different ballgame, right? But like MCU stuff, for the most part, it's kid friendly. That's where the bucks are. You bring the kids to the movies. It's just as adults and people who used to read comics, you guys finally did a good job at bringing comics to life. So we're going to rock with you. But this does feel like the youngest crowd. And not even the youngest crowd. I'm going to be a little bit more specific. This feels like it's going to like the TikTok crowd. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Now, granted,
this
era. Now, granted, all that aside, I love the high school thing that they're doing. I'm a big fan of rom-coms. I said it here before, and Superbad, and that's not a rom-com. I mean, technically it is. It's just rated R.
Yeah.
So I love the high school stuff. I love all the She's All That. Can't Hardly Wait. I love it. I love those movies. So I'm gonna give it a shot. But this does look like some Dear Diary shit going on. Like, but that's kind of like my favorite thing. The about it. It's like my favorite thing, and kind of like the weirdest thing about it. You're 100% right, Cap. This is for a very specific audience, but I do like that she says, my favorite line in the whole thing, it's the most popular line in the whole trailer, when she says, it's not usually the brown girls from Jersey that get to save the world. That automatically caught me. Like, yes, let's go, girl. Let's do it. And so I've been seeing a lot on the gram and Reddit and shit like that, and people are calling this the diversity play. And I can tell you a few reasons why it's not. First of all, like, did you watch Eternals? No, you didn't. I understand. The best character in the Eternals was Indian. The best. Yeah. Karun.
Yep.
Not Kango, Karun.
Yes.
So
I am very biased to the humans.
Yes. How good was that line? How good?
So
clearly, and Marvel has, shown time and time again that they can handle race. I believe so.
Oh, yeah.
But let's talk about it. Number one, Kamala Khan is just a cool character in her own right. She's a big fucking geek that loves superheroes and gets a shot to be a superhero. Hello. We got a whole thing there. Hello. Number two, she is integral to Captain Marvel. You know what I'm saying? Miss Marvel's is coming out. You gotta put Kamala in there, right? Number three, they just did the Marvel game, Marvel's Avengers, the weird fucking live service game, which I played a lot. I'm not gonna I put like 150 hours into that. But like she is the star of that game, and she's incredible. This isn't a diversity play. I got more reasons. I'm not going into it, but I don't think this is a diversity play. I think it's right on time.
Here's what I have to say about that. The diversity play fucking gatekeeper of fandom motherfuckers.
Oh God, it's so frustrating.
Kamala Khan is already an established fucking character that has earned her way into the annals of superheroes.
Yes.
They're just making another fucking superhero thing with another character.
And not only
if this was an original shit, maybe you got a fucking point. But hey, guess what? Not everybody in this world is a white fucking male, asshole.
Exactly.
And you know,
it's always the white people, man. Like, bro, you're not even of color, bro. This representation is so important right now. And I'll let you go, to. But like another thing is like, bro, we have been not secretly but subtly introducing the Young Avengers. All of these shows are just introducing the Young Avengers. It's time for Kamala to come out. We got Kid Loki. We got the Wanda's kids. We got Patriot. We got Kate Bishop. It's time. This isn't diversity play. It is her turn now. Oh God, it's so frustrating.
Also, a little fun fact. Most of the major cities in America are more diverse than the rest of the world.
She like, dog.
So when you have New York, New Jersey, there's more than one race there.
Yeah, bro.
I'm just gonna throw that out there. When someone throws a penny in New York, they're hitting one person of color.
Most likely.
So if somebody's gonna find some shit that's gonna make them a superhero, it's gonna be one of us.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Can we live? Can we live?
Yeah.
Listen, I get that the world is a shitty place, and I get that people take advantage of this kind of stuff. But I feel that Marvel has time and time again proven that they can handle this and handle it classy. Black Panther, Falcon Winter Soldier, Shang-Chi. Like, bruh, it's so frustrating, man. Don't take this moment away from her. She's killing it. I see a lot of Kate Bishop in her, though. Did anyone get that? When she's like, are we just going to tell my whole future before lunch? Or I saw so much Kate Bishop in there. And I was like, yes, but that makes sense for Kamala because she idolizes these people.
Yeah.
It makes sense.
And the kids nowadays are more fucking sarcastic than anything.
Than ever. The super back crowd.
Yeah.
You know?
And not for nothing, we went through a lot of shit in our life in real life. So when shit comes up to us as far-fetched, we're like, oh, okay. Yeah, sure. It's like whatever. So
we know the world sucks.
I kidnapped her and I forced her to eat the most expensive thing on the menu. Sure.
We know the world sucks, bro. But like, this is not a reach. It's time.
Yeah.
Captain Marvel 2's coming out. Young Avengers has been getting announced little by little. They just had the game, and Kamala Khan is badass. She is powerful. She's very strong. And she's integral, bro. I love how the trailer image at the end is issue 5. It looks so good. I said, wow. But yeah, I agree with you. The audience might be a little. This looks very Dear Diary, very teen girl, which I'm all for. The girls, let them have this moment, please. But like, I'm still gonna watch it because I like that high school shit. It's fun. Yeah. It's fun.
Yo, and we got like 18 other shows with guys. Moon Knight, fucking the Star Wars shit's coming out. Like, you can. First off, I want to see every hero you could throw at me.
Basically,
women, minority, men, aliens. I don't give a shit. Throw them at me. Throw them at me. This is a comic book shit. This is supposed to be everybody coming at you. And
the more color, the better.
Yeah, and another thing, if you really, really enjoy comics and you're mad at this diversity shit, read an X-Men comic. Read an X-Men comic because you're on the other side of that, bro.
Yeah, for real.
Like in all honesty, like you, in history, there's sides. The racists and then the rest of them. You're on the other side. You're not the rest of us, because that's the issue there. That's the issue. You're a fucking racist. You got a problem with that. I'll say it.
And you trying to make it look like it's someone else's problem, like someone else is doing something wrong.
Love yourself and don't worry about what everybody else is doing. All right.
Here's the fucking thing: 300 billion people on this fucking planet, or whatever the number is. A million. We're like fucking Skittles. You might get a group of the same color, but there's fucking vast different shits in there. Everybody could tell a story. But to go for what you were saying, or whatever brought up, the whole, like, what age range this is for.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to tell you the difference for me. Runaways. I stopped watching Runaways. Because even though it was good, I stopped watching Runaways because I didn't think I was the target audience.
Yeah.
And the story wasn't strong enough for me to continue watching.
Yeah.
But on the same token, there's a TV show on Disney Plus called Big Shot. It is a very, very good show. It is not targeted to me or to Toe. We are not the target audience for that. But the story they told was universal enough and was deep enough that we watched the entire episode, the entire season. We're waiting for season 2 to come out. If Miss Marvel leans more in that direction, where it's for younger people, but the story being told is still good, I'm on board. If it goes the Runaway, where it's just like it's all for the youngins, and we only expect you to watch because it's Marvel.
Yeah, young for the sake of young. But I mean, it is different than what they're doing. We have these shows, all 4 or 5 shows are very different from each other. So like, I have a personal bias to the High School Movie. In fact, I just watched Superbad the other day, and I watched Can't Hardly Wait like 3 months before. So I like that.
I honestly think Big Shots will become one of your new favorite shows if you haven't already seen it.
It's on Disney Plus.
I
it's on Disney Plus. Yeah,
I will check it out.
I give you a brief synopsis. John Stamos is a college basketball coach who has a temper tantrum, throws a chair, does some other shit. So they essentially fire him, and the only job he can get coaching basketball is coaching an all-girls high school team.
Oh, okay, that does sound cool. It's some Mighty Duck shit.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. Yo, isn't this homegirl from Smallville? Is that not her?
No.
Oh, Roswell. That's what I'm thinking of. Yeah. I remember her. Yeah, she looks. Yeah, I'll give this a shot. I mean, if you guys tell me to watch something, I'm very confident in it.
Yo,
like, even if we don't see completely eye to eye, I'm pretty sure I'll find some enjoyment in it. You guys telling me it's a watch?
Dude, I'm telling you, it was appointment viewing for us when we were like, yo, what's for dinner? Like, what's dinner? What are we watching? We're like, well, we got a couple of Big Shots. Let's go.
Nice. How many seasons?
So far, just the one. Right? It came out like
hour-long episodes?
Maybe half hour to an hour. I don't know.
Yeah, you could see it fast. You could see it quick.
Because right now I'm very into these like light watches. I just did most of the Defenders on Netflix. Since it's an hour a piece. So right now, like I've been watching the Shenmue anime. Funny, you mentioned the Dreamcast. I don't know if you guys ever played Shenmue on the Dreamcast, but that game was ahead of its time. It was very different from the action-y type of games and shit. Yeah. But they're doing
like
an anime
48 minutes.
Oh, those are beefy. Those are beefy episodes. But anyways, I am happy about Miss Marvel. Let's get a new fucking show in here. Give me whatever you want. Let's see how I hope that we start getting more like, okay, clearly you're doing Young Avengers. Let's start getting a mention of them because they just said it. Oh, we're not going to do any more Avengers movies. but we didn't say Young Avengers, so it's like,
Mhm.
so like let's finally start getting them out there. Let's see her interact with one of them. Maybe Kate Bishop comes to the school to talk about her archery trophies or something. So let's get there, because you guys have been dangling that carrot since January 2021. So let's see it. Let's see it.
Word.
And
And
please I want to see more Kid Loki, like, now. Kid Loki was so fun. I need to see more of that kid, bro.
yeah. And the alligator Loki. The alligator Loki was gangster.
Love alligator Loki. Biting
But-
hands off.
Word.
Yeah,
So
OG Loki was the best though.
none of the questions were answered, but a lot of the stuff was, MCU, we gave you a way out. Somebody already stole our fucking Batman show with the Waynes.
Yo, which is fucking bullshit.
Yeah, somebody stole our shit. So MCU, we gave you a fucking way out. Somebody owes us fucking money.
Damn.
I don't give a shit.
It's just that we don't have $1 million to put it into production.
Yeah, no fucking bitches.
To be fair, they've probably been talking about this for a long time.
No,
Yo,
to
we
be
have
even more
video
fair,
proof
we
that we
have
talked
proof.
about it.
Yeah,
that.
I even made a thumbnail for the shit, and there's a video on the fucking YouTube.
Damn.
Yeah, no, fuck that.
Who's
They
making
stole
that
our
shit? Who's like? I don't even like. I saw it. It looked so
Something to-
plain.
Yeah, fucking assholes. Webtoon official.
Can you bring it up right fast? I actually think they're like they're gonna show superhero stuff, so it might be a little different for what we're talking about, but still, it's our idea. You stole it. No, if you can't put it up, we got 5 minutes. Don't even worry about it.
Introducing creator profile coming in March. I don't think this is like. I don't even think they made some shit. This is hold up. So this is the actual page of the people, but I don't see the Wayne shit here.
No, the
And then-
website you're on is an overall site.
Then this
Webtoons is not one person. It's a site where you can put up your things.
Oh, so it is some like regular people just who made this and are like putting it out there.
Yeah.
Oh, now I'm pissed. Now I'm pissed. Let me read. Hold it. Oh my God, this really is our show. Let me read the synopsis. Go up, please. Okay. Batman needs a break, but with new vigilante Duke Thomas moving into Wayne Manor and an endless supply of adopted, foster, and biological superhero children to manage, Bruce Wayne's gonna have his hands full. Being a father can't be harder than being Batman, right? This literally is our fucking show.
Yeah.
I mean, this looks like they've been planning it for a while, though.
Well, this episode 1 is September 8th, 2021.
Yeah. So we stole their idea.
No. We made it better because I'm pretty sure he's not texting Joker, and I don't know who the fuck this kid is.
And I'm pretty sure they're showing. Suits. Yeah, they're wearing suits, and our Batman only has a tank top on with the mask.
Yeah. Our show is way better than this fucking show. I don't give a shit.
And that show doesn't look like it could be rated R like ours. Because ours is gonna be rated R.
Yeah. They don't know what they're doing.
And with 2 minutes left, I just want to say that I want to rewatch the Batman so bad. Can I tell you something, guys? So we watch all the MCU movies. Some of them stay in your mind, right? Yep. The Batman has stayed in my mind more than the last couple of MCU movies, besides maybe like Spider-Man No Way Home. I'm thinking more about it than Shang-Chi. I'm thinking more about it than Eternals. I need to watch this movie again.
Yo, this is the closest comic book Batman that I've seen.
I need to watch this flick again, bro.
Shit, not to be the contrarian all the time, but the Batman is probably the first Batman movie I've ever seen where I'm like, I got it. I think I'm good. If I don't have to see it again, I think I'm good.
I need
to see it again. I need to see it again just to understand a couple of things. I need to see it again. But it is a movie that's like, yo, You enjoyed your meal, man. Get out of here. Wait for the next time.
Yeah.
It might be a movie that you don't need to watch over and over. I need to. I want to. I want to have Batman like just playing in the background. You
No,
know?
yeah, I get it. Because you know what the thing is, like
Like
Watchmen.
Eternals. Like
Watchmen
Eternals.
is a movie that like either you like it the first time or not, but the more you watch it, like, oh, I get it. I can in the background.
I actually need to go back and watch it. So it's funny because I can't put something like Civil War or Infinity War in the background because I'm always gonna look and get distracted. But something like Eternals is kind of low, chill vibes, kind of like Batman, low, chill vibes. Like if Batman were to be playing on HBO Max or something, I'd just put it on.
Yeah.
Obviously, the second watch, I want to like really watch it though, but I don't know. I need to watch that movie again.
Yeah.
It's so good.
No, I hear you.
I want to watch it again.
Toe brought up Watchmen. I've only seen Watchmen one time.
I've seen
it once. I should go back because I talk a lot of shit about Watchmen, even though I shouldn't because it's been a while. But I don't want to see blue dick everywhere.
Nah, I hear you.
That shit was everywhere.
Yeah.
And it's not because it's a dick. That's not the problem. Like, there's tons of movies. It's because it's blue. It's ill.
And it's a fucking weird. And it's a giant one. Like this dude is like 90 feet tall, just swinging dick.
I've seen movies where they show penises, but this guy's penis was everywhere.
Yeah, like we know you can do this and evaporate people. Why the fuck you walking around with your dick out?
Like in a comic book movie, I don't want to see titties like that. Don't ever put no titties in the MCU.
Well, it depends on who the actress is.
I don't want to see them all day though.
But maybe the first 45 minutes.
I don't want to see none of that. Like, bro, there's places and time for shit like that.
So
not in comic book
X-Men.
movies. Huh?
You didn't watch X-Men then?
The blue sticks from
walking around nude.
She has her like little tattoos and scars to like cover it up though.
But she is nude.
You can't see areola.
That doesn't mean anything.
Well, I mean, you see, complete dick.
You could come, yeah, because you see head. You see head and
the
balls
and everything. Yeah,
yeah. At least there's there's women who
you just see
like
the
paint
form.
themselves to like. I'm seeing form. I don't see nipples and areola. I don't need that in comic book movies. Me personally. Now, if you're doing something like The Boys, show all the dick you want, which I guess it kind of makes sense because The Boys is basically Watchmen. But man, it was so weird. It was a lot of dick. A lot. I don't want to see boobs, ass, tits in my comic book movies. I don't want to see them having sex. I mean, Daredevil and them did that kind of stuff. Like, I don't need to see that. Even in Luke Cage, when he's like getting with the police officer, I'm like,
yeah, like in Eternals.
I don't need this. Not for this. I don't need it.
In Eternals, when they did that whole love scene, it was like, all right.
I don't need that. I don't need that.
We can assume they're having sex.
Yeah, I didn't need to see Cersei's side boob. I'm just like that. Like, bro, on Instagram, right? Like, I got homies, and I ain't trying to talk shit about my homeboys. They're men. They're just, I got homeboys always sending me like pictures of like video vixens, and it's like, hey, like, dude, don't send me porn. That's weird, man. I know where to find it. I don't follow these women for a reason. You feel me? I don't want to open up my phone in Walmart and some boobs sticking out all over the place.
Yeah.
You be lucky you missed the opening segment of our last watch along.
What for Free Guy?
Yeah, I think it was before Free Guy. Yeah, where Krills just went on a torrent about looking at other men's dicks.
Well, he wanted to.
No, he's asking like if I've ever seen his dick, or if we just like showed each other our dicks. So if you looked at another man's dick or something, it's like,
we was kids, there was stuff happening. I flashed my boys a couple times. That's different.
No, he's talking about now.
I'm not fucking walking around with it out though. You know what I'm saying? That's the difference. If Mr. Manhattan would have done a quick, cool. But my man is just literally like, you put some underwear on, man. We get it. You're this incredible person. And I get it. even if it was a woman, like, yo, cover up. Cover up. We don't need to see this. Put it away. You know, it's a comic. It's a hero movie. But I get it's Watchmen was PG-13 or R. I think it was PG-13.
I think it was MA.
You can't
I
show
think
dick.
Watchmen was MA.
Yeah, I think it's MA. You can't show dick like that, right? Yeah.
Yeah,
Can't be PG-13.
Watchmen was rated R.
Okay. NC-17?
Maybe.
What was it?
I'm looking it up right now.
Yeah.
Wait,
A lot of
the
dick.
fuck?
Yo,
Is it The Watchmen?
no,
No,
there's a
it's just-
TV
it's-
show.
It's just
that's
Watchmen.
also-
No, because I got
R,
Watchmen
it's R.
and there's a Becky here and then there's a Israeli shit.
It's a R. It's R. Is this triple R? What's happening here?
Yo,
There's three R's.
just to get off of before we get off the subject, I wonder if Billy Crudup, the actor who played Miss Manhattan,
Mm-hmm.
I wonder when they showed him the design, if he turned on and was like, there's one area we could fix. Let's make an adjustment to a certain area, and then
A little bit more girth, a little bit more length. No, yeah. I mean, they probably told him like, yeah, we're gonna do some shit because that's all CG'd after. You know his whole that's all post, right? So,
but he probably at one point was in it like, so it's all gonna be CG, right? And he's probably like, we could make it, let's just fix it up a little, right? We could do something.
I would be uncomfortable as an actor with that because it's like you could do a sex scene. Again, I don't want it in superhero stuff, but it happens. But like, man, that shit was everywhere. 5 minutes it go by, we see this guy's dick swinging everywhere. You know, I think we went to the theaters to watch that shit. Me and the fellas.
You watched it in 3D?
Man, that dick was huge on that screen. David Hayter was a writer in this movie? Sick.
Who?
I didn't know that. David Hayter.
Rated R.
He was a writer in this movie. David Hayter is the voice of my favorite video game character of all time, Solid Snake. Sick. Oh, man. And he's known for writing screenplays of X-Men, X-Men 2, and Watchmen. Look at you, David Hayter. Nice. Yeah, he does the voice for Solid Snake and Liquid Snake no, he doesn't do Liquid Snake. He does Solid Snake and Big Boss. Yeah. Sick. All right. But that was fun.
Yeah.
That was fun. We're going over.
Yeah. And on that note, ladies and gentlemen, I think we said everything we needed to say.
Yeah, we did. There was a lot of stuff. The packed episode.
Yeah,
Thanks
definitely.
Thanks everybody for pulling up. Kenny, good luck tomorrow, brother. Excited for you guys, man.
Tomorrow,
so excited for you guys, Buff Bagwell. Son, my friend Jose and I used to do all the fucking time. That little dance he did, bro. It's like a shimmy. Like he super underrated.
Yeah.
Super underrated in the NWO, man. Him and Eric Bischoff. I was a Bischoff fan. Bischoff was doing some cool hand stuff. Pause. But like, yeah, very Buff Bagwell, very underrated, bro. I'm super excited for you guys. Good luck, man, and set up a really good episode for this man, bro. Have him bring all the boys moving forward.
We're gonna try, and it's gonna be live. So if you can catch it, it's gonna be live at 7. Yeah.
Even if I'm lurking, I'm in there. I'll be there. All right, y'all boys.
All right, cool. All right, guys. Yo, friendly neighborhood knucklehead signing out. Peace.